10 seconds.
That at least has me off to a good start. Right now I am showing 6K no drop frames, but I had a few false alarms of positivity last week too. But for now we're good. Now that I forced the same server I was testing to. So we're gonna hope this stays like this, and if it doesn't, we will go to block mode. So right now, 6-4. So who did? I saw the scoreline and like didn't even read which players were which. I guess you said Inko hung on. So Inko is 1 game up.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
And he is also 2 frags up. And the other games are they all resolving into blowouts? Tazy easily should be winning over Brecht.
Health boost.
Et cetera,
yeah,
et cetera.
all blowouts.
All right,
I
sweet.
saw Master beating Willark like 57-5 or something like that. It's so
Sweet. Badass. All right, I think for now I've fixed my tech issues by just Twitch was doing a bad job of picking the server. Last week that wasn't the problem. This week, maybe it was the problem, which is great because I've solved it then. Inko is now fallen behind. He has nothing for this quad, but he jumps on it. So Inko will take that result. He'll be happy to have at least killed the quad. And let's watch Daisy here as he wanders around with a pretty great stack. I don't know when items are coming up because I'm just now focusing back in after my tech support odyssey. But pretty good fight there. I think, well, now Daisy's wandering away from the health boost. I guess he's going to pick yellow over health boost, which I kind of feel like Inko was on nothing there, and Daisy ought to have been able to get both. But maybe playing within his limits a little bit. If that works for him, great. But it sort of hasn't. He's let Inko get away with some of the overstack and pick up green, and now they're sort of at an even fight. And as a result, he dies. So he should have been able to find a way, even though they were synced, to negotiate more of a play for both of those items. Rather than going to either one item, he should have gone to Inko and made sure that Inko was crippled before he could take either one.
yeah, certainly don't let him stack up and then get even strength for the squad. Well, or he had full strength.
Yeah. Nice rifle there by Inko, and he secures the quad. And honestly, I'm very unimpressed with what Daisy did with control there. I think that bodes very poorly for his chances of bringing this to a third game. Now, that, though, was dumb as fuck by Inko, running straight into that choke point with rockets on Daisy's person, just immediately ending his control. And now Daisy's managed to get the yellow armor. Both these players seem to be timing the yellows and all that good stuff, so that's great. But yeah.
The timing is there, but the out of control and in control stuff to try and extend the leader or prevent it from ballooning, that skill is just not there with these caliber players.
Yes, exactly. A lot of sour rotten FFA. It's funny, I went on the whole rant earlier about how you can do okay with weaker aim because the guns will just hit, they're just so powerful, you can sort of make it work. But at the very highest levels, obviously, you sort of have to learn to really win these fights while retreating, while minimizing the damage you're taking back, because the stacks you can get are so tenuous. So if you have just a bunch of sloppy fights, your stack just melts away. And if you're not thinking intelligently about where you can head your opponent off, where you can not get hit by choke points, all that stuff, it can really look bad. But Daisy, as I'm saying this, has gotten to 200, the maximum stack, and they have a 1 frag lead and 3.5 minutes remaining to milk this control. Inko's picked up green. Daisy's heard that. Now, where is Inko? Can Daisy manufacture a winning fight here? Daisy can play passive. Beautiful. That was great. That was a great CG to rocket switch. That was actually excellent. And right back up to max stack. So sitting early on this yellow, actually just backs off completely.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
And gets set up for quad. Perfect, actually. This is great. There comes Inko. Daisy's ready for him. That's fine. Yellow should be up for him.
Health boost
Yellow
in
should
10
be up
seconds.
for him. There it is. 11. Next one. This quad will get him back up. See, there you take, or I meant health boost. There you take the health boost just for the purpose of the boost rather than the, well, just for the health rather than the overstack. Great rocket there. This is looking like Daisy's game. Inko's going to have to manufacture something incredible to get back in here. Like a great ambush with a machine gun, basically. Oh!
Yeah, he just kind of let himself get dived on there.
Yeah.
What we're talking about.
It's funny. It was bad for sure. If that last rocket just doesn't connect, Daisy's fine. That last rocket ended up making all the difference. So instead, now the name of the game for Daisy's going to be, all right, I got 4 frags, 2 minutes. Can I just make sure that Inko can't get a clean quad run and take it all back?
Health boost
And
in 10
Inko's got the
seconds.
stack to try to do just that. Daisy ambushes him nicely. And Daisy's going to die, though, from that spam rocket. Now Inko fails the jump, dies, quad's still up. Daisy's going to take yellow first. Inko's going to get quad. Quad and machine gun and health boost versus yellow armor. I think Daisy should just stay away from this. This is not... Daisy just needs to make sure that Inko doesn't find him first.
He's sitting by the hole, by the health boost.
I like it. Good play. Alright, he needs to grab some machine gun if he can, which he can. He's too scared of the choke point. Inko's spamming chainsaw for no reason. Now Daisy has to self-damage for the yellow because Inko's just not interested. Inko 4 frags, 49 seconds. Okay, this is doable, but there's going to need to be some luck.
Health boost in 10
Daisy
seconds.
probably didn't need to give up the noise there.
Quad damage in 10 seconds. Health boost.
Nah, alright, that'll do it. Great game, honestly.
Yeah, 2 nail biters in a row. Inko maybe with the quick sell, or the quick concession.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what he does.
It is kind of what he does. So we'll get to a map 3. I don't know anything about what these players prefer to play, so I have no idea what's going to happen in terms of their vetoes and whatnot, but whatever it ultimately is, I think we're in for an interesting finale here. I don't know how many people I lost during that tech support, but if anyone's still here from Rise Discord, let your fellow Rye guys know that the tech support has been fixed, or don't. Maybe save it for the later games, but I think we got a pretty good game coming back up. Stream's running great now, so hopefully that interruption didn't scare away anyone who otherwise would have been interested. If you simply got bored, I take no offense at that. But the tech support appears, jinx of all time, but it appears to have actually been resolved this time. So they are now seeing the pool and learning how the map pick system works for the first time. And we will see what they make of it.
Just to point out a funny headroom result, Legout and Manu played, and Legout won 12-11.
Woo!
And yet they both have like 20 deaths.
Classic headroom there. That's what that map was built to do. Elisa called that one out early. She, from the jump, she was like, huge headroom pick from Manu versus Lagout, and she was right. It did end up being huge.
Maybe we'll get another headroom here. I think these two both like are kind of dynamic. Okay, never mind. Inko vetoed it.
Yeah, I don't think.
Metal 4.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. I think Daisy would be a little scared of Inko's probably superior aim on Hater. Metal 4 will give them both a chance to hide around corners and try to luck into winning fights that way. An optimistic spam rocket there, and now you only have 3 rockets. And now you only have 2 rockets, so Daisy not making the best use of their rockets. But they will grab this machine gun and get the first green. Chasing Inko down here, unnecessary. Oh, Inko killed himself to try to respawn for yellow. Understandable, but not effective.
I think you got your players mixed up.
Yep, I do. You're right. Thanks for calling that out. I have nothing to add about it. Just take everything I just said and flip who I was talking
Boost
about.
in 10 seconds.
Alright, this time not having my players mixed up. A good pair of rockets there from Daisy on Inko just being slightly early. That yellow is a super
Health
trap.
boost.
So if you're not careful, that's what happens. But Inko, the quad, also a super trap. And now Daisy will need weapons, but other than that, be able to impose his will on this map, presumably. Got everything he needs now. All he needs is Inko. And Inko does not want him to find him. He is just doing a circle around the map, making no noise. Obviously, one of the differences between Sour and Quake. You can just go full speed without making any noise. Or slightly less than full speed. You need to jump to go full speed. But you, there's no no walk key in Sourbrawn. You just slither around like a snake. And so Inko able to quickly move around the map there without alerting Daisy to his position. Stops any real quad run from happening. Now Inko optimistically onto this yellow. Daisy not in position for health boost. What are they doing right here? Fascinating decisions.
Quad damage in 10
Yeah,
seconds.
Daisy didn't realize that Inko picked it up as he died.
And now Inko gets health boost, but the fight goes no one's way. So Inko gets the better of the spawns. We'll hop on quad, but with nothing. If Daisy can just... No weapons, they're just going to have a pistol fight. Inko just needs 1! Okay. Kind of well played by Inko, kind of poorly played by Daisy. Where is yellow? Inko has completely forgotten about the time for yellow. Next one's going to be about 48. Daisy's got it. That quad's going to run out before he can lose it. And so control to Daisy after all of that. With a slight deficit. Oh, but misses that rocket somehow. All he needed to do was just hit the tip of the stairs there. And instead, Inko just does eventually still lose the fight thanks to the stack. But all of Daisy's control gone. Yellow will be up very soon. Oh, if Daisy wins this fight. All right, Daisy can get the next yellow. Good timing. 18. Health boost up. No jump for it. Yeah, and so Inko's going to take it by Daisy taking the long way rather than RJing up. And justifiable.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Inko still on nothing. Yeah, Daisy should be able to secure this quad pretty easily. Yo, what up, Master? That's funny. Daisy on 20 health somehow took... Well, I looked over at chat, took some damage there, but it's going to get this green. Yellow should be up, yep. Now, next one at 41. Inko just taking these smart rifles, holds off the quad run, but still out of the map in general. Daisy, yep, easy. Take those health. No, you need the health, Daisy. An interesting decision not to take those 2 health pickups. They're still back there. All right, well, yellow is going to be up for Inko here. Yep, all right. So control flips to Inko. More or less, if Daisy can get this green. Okay, crazy rocket fight. Interesting, plays it all in the shotgun. Alright, so but now Inko's got nothing here. He needs to throw himself at Daisy and try to at least do some damage. And no, so Daisy's going to get this. Yellow's going to be up. Daisy might not have time on it. But if he just goes just go optimistic, and there it is. So, fantastic situation for Daisy. Inko's going to, again, just do a circuit around the map. And this time, not so lucky.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Yeah, every time Daisy has gotten control, he's had trouble finding Inko and building the lead.
Yeah, it's kind of on this map you have to play mind games to find your opponent. Like, you have to let them come to you almost sometimes.
It's kind of the same situation here again. But that's another thing at the higher level is, you know, you kind of should have an idea of where the out of control play would be.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I meant by saying it's kind of mind games. You have to guess where your opponent's going to go rather than just chasing them down, because it's just not feasible to chase them down because of the combination of silent walk speed, being able to just go as fast as you're going without making any noise, and the fact that the map just is sort of like a big old square that you can go around the perimeter of. But Daisy's built actually a phenomenal lead at this point. It's kind of looking over for Inko almost, because with how rarely they've been fighting each other and how Daisy has been clearly running the map better overall, Inko would have to do something that he has not been doing all game in order to get back into this.
Yeah, maybe Metal 4 was just a good pick for Daisy, because Inko has the aim, but I don't think he has the discipline.
Yeah, and Daisy there, by the way, doing more what we said, thinking, oh, where's the out-of-control play? It's to green, waits at green, gets a kill on Inko. So I haven't been timing yellow the last little bit, but it should be up about now, probably. Or is it still... Yeah, there it is. And so now... Yep, they're both going to fight down here. Daisy does not have... Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. 19-7, 247. I might actually move off this game because I believe Lagout and Tenchi are playing. And I think Lagout is up on ZTN, or at least he was not that long ago. So, do you guys... what server's that on? 3. So I'm heading over to EU3 then. Okay, Tenchi has caught back up.
Yeah, their names look so similar, it's hard to tell who's who.
That whoop tag just takes up all of your reading comprehension. Nothing left by the time you get to the name. Ha ha ha, Elisa. Good bit, good bit. But yeah, Tenchi has 200 overstacks, so this fight's actually more meaningful than it looks. Chasing, interestingly. Thinks Blackout is lower than he is, maybe? Interesting chase, but it works out for him. Tenchi not really protecting the overstack at all. But it's again, it's working fine. I can't complain. Heard Lagout get green there. Knows Lagout's gonna be there. And whiffs. I think Tenchi should have protected that overstack more. Maybe just not stylistically what he wanted to do. Okay. Psychic nades. Sure, why not?
He does have quite an experience with like these Quake maps, doesn't he?
Yes.
Health boost.
Yeah, this is a big enough lead. I don't think he should be pushing the issue at all.
No, at this point, it should be pretty easy for Tenchi to salt this away. What, the announcers, Elisa, or what? They mutual, so that's a way back in for Lagout, and there it goes. Oh! The classic Tenchi flick rifles. Always reliable. The guns? My guns have different sound effects too? I don't even fucking know what my sounds are anymore, I guess. I don't know. I don't have vanilla gun sounds? I thought I had, I didn't even know I had changed my gun sounds, dude. Oh yeah, no wait, actually it's coming back to me a bit. Doesn't the new rocket sound like deeper and crisper? Yeah, no, you're right. I'm starting to remember. Yeah, okay. I forgot. Yeah, no, you're right.
When's the last time you opened this game to do something other than commentate?
The last time I really played was with you and Hades that one time. I played a little with Manu to make sure everything was working before the Insta stream, and I hopped on a public server back when the Rye video was being made because I saw Rye was on the server, and then he left, and then I played for like 10 minutes just for no reason. And I believe that if you go check my name on Sour Tracker, that'll be the story, but can't rule out some amnesia.
You got your dopamine hit from racking up some kills on rugby?
I wish I could say that.
Alright, they're already going to Hador.
Nice.
I know Tenchi is very comfortable on this map as well.
Yo, Inko, I ended up streaming all of Metal 4 and I think all of Hades too. I was still coming back from tech support at the beginning of it, but that was a fucking sick game. Thanks for playing. I really enjoyed you and Daisy's game, so thanks for showing up. But yes, I think Tenchi's pretty comfortable here. Like I said, Tenchi, even though, you know, old school blah blah blah, he's been actually active in the last few years compared to most of us, and so I think he's gotten quite a bit of experience on Hater at this point, and I don't know if this map favors either player. Lagout, of course, old school in itself. Everyone's old school, it's an old school game. But looks like Lagout's moved. Oh, he does just get there though. Interesting. Yeah, and Lagout's just like trying to will the yellow armor into existence early. He's just gonna literally keep circling this spot. All he wants to do is hold his quad advantage long enough for yellow armor to come up. And he's just about done it, but he's not going down there now. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's a little delayed. I didn't time it. No, it wasn't delayed. Weird play from Lagout. I agreed with what he was doing, but then at the last second he abandons the play and Tenchi gets yellow armor.
Might have just decided he wanted the health more.
I think he just decided it was never going to come up. I don't know. Either way, Tenchi comes out of that with a deficit, but with yellow, and health boost in 10. Wins the MG fight there pretty nicely, and he's going to take yellow over health boost, which I agree with. Especially because Lagout makes the same decision, and that's going to mean that Tenchi gets both. And now Tenchi took a lot of damage, but he's in a pretty good position for this quad nonetheless. He wants to find Lagout here, not let himself get trapped. Lagout does this... What the fuck was that? Either way...
Didn't really have the weapons.
Either way, Tenchi ends up with quad. So now he's just trying not to die here, which he does not manage. But he gets a great spawn. So ultimately, fine for Tenchi there. He's got the lead back, and he's got 100, 200. Nice rocket. Oh my god, so nice. Beautiful. That's what you want to do in FFA. You want to be lurking, knowing where your opponent is, them not knowing where you are. Perfect, clean fight. Gets the health boost. Beautiful little segment from Tenchi here. He's looking fantastic.
Yeah, perfect. He was disengaging from Legout's rifle too.
Quad damage in 10
Takes one
seconds.
there, but he's still in a pretty commanding position as long as he plays this next situation well, which he does. Unfortunate not to get the kill with the second rocket, but still has enough here. Oh, that's going to be close. Just needs to not take an unlucky nade. He doesn't. So great for Tenchi. Lagout's got green, but as long as Tenchi finds him and kills him, the green's not going to matter. In fact, it's going to be good for Tenchi that Lagout took green. Yep. Works out that way. Tenchi would love to get some health here, but boy, he's happy with these frags either way.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Another good fight. Health boost up, getting to 200.
Health boost.
Nice. This is beautiful from Tenchi.
Yeah, if he can get the quad here, we might have a quick game.
Oh, alright. A sloppy fight finally. So Lagout's got a way back in here. He's got the stack lead at the moment, but Tenchi can overstack, and Tenchi has probably the better time on yellow. He's just going to sell out. No, he's going to go for yellow, which means go for quad, which means yellow's going to be up. Lagout will take it. That's interesting. I kind of thought, interesting decisions by both there. You know what? I think Tenchi made the right decision. I would have been tempted to do exactly what Lagout did as well, but I think it'll probably bite up. Oh, that's a good rocket. Maybe it's going to work after all. Yeah, so well played by Lagout. So well played. He recognizes the split developing, chooses his poison, recognizes that having chosen yellow armor, his play is now to stay away from the quad run, and then picks a perfect ambush on Tenchi, wins control back completely.
It's just what he needed.
Health boost.
And now he's got the full stack.
Beautiful
Great
stuff.
combo.
Yeah.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
Tenchi whiffing that rocket. So Tenchi tried to just force his way back into control there. He did do a lot of damage to Lagout's. No, he's going to play for quad. It might work out. It sort of works out. I think Lagout should have just stayed back completely and not even tried to play for that quad, just played for killing Tenchi. But that sort of ended up being what the play became anyway. So if he can just find some health here, which I don't think he's going to. But he's gotten back into the game is the important thing. You can never keep control for too long in Sauerbrunn, and he's gotten back into it. He's even going to get this yellow and sort of be back in the same position in a way. And she's got health boost, so we've got a pretty even game right now in terms of stacks, and they're going to have it out with MG. Trashy wins. But no control by either player in terms of stack or timings, as far as I can tell. Although Tenchi seems to be optimistically willing the yellow armor into existence, so no time on the yellow for Tenchi. And that
They've
might...
kind of both been doing that.
I think Lagout had a time on it, though. He took the last one. He
Quad damage
just
in
took
10
that fight with
seconds.
Tenchi and knowing that he would lose it and then be able to get back to the yellow. That's a big rocket, though. That rocket's going to make a huge difference. Tenchi just wins. Tenchi just wins that fight that he had no business winning. Oh, but
I like that play.
the shotgun. Yeah, Tenchi
Almost in 10
likes
seconds.
it too. No, he's kicking himself. That was a great shotgun from Lagout.
Yeah, all the items were coming up, so Legout taking a chance there, I think, was acceptable.
So Lagout would love to negotiate himself some green, but he just doesn't want to give Tenchi a clean fight here is the most important thing. Yeah, and he's playing it like that. He's saying, all right, Tenchi, you want to come down and get me? I'll set up my machine gun angle. I'll make you pay for it. But Tenchi does get onto green as a result. So it doesn't really work because Tenchi's able to rotate back onto green easily.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
Legout has nothing for the squad.
Yeah, he keeps not even quite making the jump. It wouldn't have mattered if he did. And now Tenchi just needs to not get ambushed here. He's got the lead. He doesn't need to do anything stupid. Oh! He does something very stupid. It's fine, though. He just rotates down to yellow. Oh, man. Well, it's literally fine. I guess, in the end here. This is also stupid, though, just walking into a machine gun fight, but the crazy spawn. Tenchi is fated to win this game at the moment. It doesn't seem to matter what he does. Somehow gets onto that. France, Germany. Who's got the better ping? Yeah. Tenchi by 7 seemed to make all the difference there.
Yeah, but these guys have been at the yellow armor way ahead of when it's spawning, like
For sure.
10 or 15 seconds.
Block
Yeah,
damage in 10
no, for sure.
seconds.
Another shotgun play. This one doesn't quite get the kill. I believe this game is over with a capital O. So Tenchi gets an early difficult opponent and survives it.
I guess that was the second game.
Yeah. The first game was ZTN.
Okay, we have Darkfire playing Daisy on Headroom, and it's 9-5.
Impressive by
And-
Daisy to be in
And
that
Tay
at all,
and our
but
4 are playing on Arrowwalk, and it's 20-13 with 2 minutes left.
all right,
We've
I'll
seen
go to
any other
that.
choices.
Wait, what server is that? R4 Tay?
Which?
Yeah, R4 Tay. I'll figure it out. Myself. No.
It's
Okay.
probably over already.
Yeah, this looks pretty over.
I think this might be their second game as well.
This is also over, even though there's much more time left on the clock. So we might be at a lull here in the tourney. Although these, like you said, the second game, so we should be getting into the next matches, which should be pretty interesting.
Check in and see if this is the second from Daisy and Darkfire, because I think then the matchup will be probably Darkfire against Master, which is one we definitely should be keeping an eye on.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, so it'll be Tenchi versus Tay, which should be very good, and it'll be Darkfire versus Master, which should also be very good. So we'll have to pick one of those, probably. Meanwhile, in the lower bracket, the lower bracket's not gonna look that interesting.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Loser of 5, that's Daisy. So Daisy Manu, that should go to... The way Daisy played versus Inko, that might go to Daisy. There could be a headroom pick from Manu that'll make it go 3, except it won't go 3 games because it's probably single elim. So I don't know how that'll go, but yeah, the loser bracket. Lagout's gonna have a pretty easy path through the loser bracket, it looks like. Yeah, Lagout should be able to shred through to losers round 3 without any trouble.
Yeah, I guess out of all the contenders, he's kind of the odd man out at this point.
Yeah. Well, he was the first of them to run into a real opponent,
Block damage in 10 seconds.
in terms of him having to face Tenchi in round 2. And it went to seeding.
Health boost in 10 seconds. boost. Quad damage in 10 seconds. In 10 seconds. Health boost.
Yeah, I'm thinking we must have Darkfire and Master in a couple minutes here.
Do we know what server that's? All right, we got Darkfire still playing and Master waiting, so we'll probably just be here. Darkfire just having a good time. I mean, Daisy's still kind of putting up a respectable score line, but just not really feasible to beat Darkfire pretty much anywhere, probably. Is Tenchi and Lagout also happening? Are those going to be at exactly the same time?
Health boost in 10 seconds.
You mean Tay and Tenchi?
That is what I mean, yes. Tay
Must
is...
be, yeah, because Tay just finished
Just
and we just
finished.
watched the other one, so they might be started already, actually. Tay just appeared, so... Maybe Manu decided to be derelict in his duty.
Well, Manu's also in the bracket. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. We'll just stay here. We'll watch Darkfire keep styling on Daisy, and
Manu's in spec, so I... Well, maybe the players are self-organized, like it usually is.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
one more minute of this thing, and then we will get to one of our main events.
Quad
Good
damage
showing
in
from
10 seconds.
Daisy, though, for sure. The Metal 4 against Inko, definitely he separated himself as the more competent player and then puts up an okay scoreline here. I don't know what the other game was versus Darkfire. But,
Yeah, Star Tracker's not loading, but the time gap makes sense. Okay, well, Master thinks it's the first one, but...
Galaxy sighting.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Well, if it is just the first match, surely Tay is done because Laga was and Frosty were done. Or like I'm just saying names here, people. I'm just reaching into the. All right, yeah. ZTN Tay versus Tenchi EU2. All right, that's where we're going. Yeah, that was just the first map. Master is devastated. I get it. But we are not. We get to watch Tay versus Tenchi. So I think Tenchi is heavily favored in this. But Tay is absolutely a competent opponent. It just depends on, I think, on this map in particular. Tenchi has a real solid advantage in terms of experience.
Yeah, and I don't think this is a good matchup for Tay. I mean, their styles are kind of similar, and I just think Tenchi has all the overlap.
Health boost in 10
I'd
seconds.
say Tenchi is a fair bit more aggressive than Tay, as a natural consequence of having much better aim. And much just more, has always been an aggressive play style. But they do both like to strangle out the opponent, as one does. Yeah, I think this map... Well, alright, Tay's taking some nice rifle angles here and has gotten the yellow, so let's not write his entire eulogy here. It seems like he is maybe giving us a little bit of reason to hope here, and should be able to get this kill, but that machine gun is so bad. That shotgun manages to hit 0 shot. He just missed 2 shotguns completely. That is incredible. So just terrible fight from Tazy there, when he probably should have won that situation.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Yeah, Tay has never quite had that elite aim or elite punch.
Yeah. No, sometimes it do just be like that, but I think if Tay can get onto Metal 2, or Metal 4, Metal 2, that would be fun. Metal 4, that would not be fun for Tay. Metal 4 for the next map, something like that might be the play. Probably literally that. So Tay did get back to 0. And with
he
some
does
stack.
have a good stack right now.
Yeah.
Careless.
Yeah. Hits the rifle there, but... Okay, a second rifle. That'll keep Tenchi from completely strangling him. Plenty of green available on this map. Neither player has really good weapons right now, interestingly. What was that? What? What? You had the shotgun! I don't know what that was. Panic option, I guess. So Tay's got position for yellow, but yeah, Tenchi's just going to work around. He falls off from the nade, but Tay has abandoned the play. So next yellow at 11. Both players will know it. But Tenchi with some yellow and 150 HP. Good weapons. That's a good fight. That was a good fight. He made a mistake to go through there with... Okay, ouch. Made a mistake to go through there and get caught out by Tay, but did a good job of immediately selling and doing retreating damage so that he could maintain some of his stack. And now he only needs to survive 5 more seconds, win whatever fight happens here, and he'll be a fresh yellow. Alright, good rockets from Tay.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Oh my god, how does he fucking die to nades there? What the fuck?
Yeah, I try and reason out all of these fights and engagements, but sometimes it just comes down to, well, it often just comes down to being better.
Yes. Yes, it does. Yeah, that was definitely everything is going in weird directions for the last 20 seconds here, but now we can reset. Tay's got full control and immediately takes a zillion damage and dies. Yep, that's Sauerbraten, and that's what happens when you have Tay's particular blend of skills, is you get a lot of situations like that. And now we're just going to kill each other a little bit. Tenchi's early, so Tay should be... Nope, clutch rifle.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Great rocket, another clutch rifle. Tenchi's rifle, man. I just love it. Just love watching that thing work.
Health boost.
Like Nicholas Antela's forehand. It's just pretty. I mean, back. I didn't even mean forehand. God damn it. I'm just saying
sure
words.
He has a pretty forehand too.
He does. Everything he does is pretty. His form is just so nice. Even his hair. His hair is also so nice.
Yeah, I got the cut.
Just the prettiest disc golf player on all metrics. But yeah, this game it's over. The score says over. The play styles say over. But it's deceptive because I absolutely think that Tay can win on Metal 4, which he'll be able to pick here, and presumably will pick. This is just a bad... He's blown his opportunities. There's nothing I can say to make it more interesting than that. He has just blown his opportunities in this game. He's been smart enough to get them, but he just hasn't been able to do anything with them.
Yeah, one game doesn't tell the story, and certainly the score itself doesn't always tell the story.
So he's manufactured another opportunity here. Let's see if he can just for his own confidence, for our entertainment value, let's see if he can put something together. He hasn't manufactured that much of an opportunity. He needs weapons, and Tenchi's got 100, but Tay does have rockets. He does have yellow armor. He gets surprised, but that actually doesn't turn out too badly for him. He gets surprised again.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
And he should be able to at least win this fight. The timing of the fight is great for him. Tenchi goes a little early on that fight.
Health boost.
Okay, and yeah, kind of from Tenchi's blunder, but it works out okay for Tay, who is just running terrified of all these Tenchi peaks. And Tay really needs to get the drop on one of these fights. He does there. Only a tick of MG damage. Of course, it doesn't really matter what Tenchi does. Obviously, 15-3. Tay's going to wait for this next yellow, but he just messes up his movement for no reason. It's not going to matter because Tenchi's going to assume he would have made that jump. All right. Again, not going to matter, but he has managed to keep control for like 2 minutes here and gotten a few frags. But he just keeps getting surprised.
Yeah, Tenchi on this map just has a knack for figuring out where you are.
100%.
I don't know if it just comes from Quake reps or what, or I don't know if that translates at all.
It does. It for sure does. I think it probably does come from that. (17-5) as we salt away this last minute 20, waiting for a Metal 4 that I expect to deliver much more compelling score lines. Meanwhile, yes?
I could also see Tay picking something like Corruption. I think he's pretty comfortable there, and that may be just not really Tenchi's map.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Metal 4 is still the play, but I 100% agree that Corruption will at least be Tenchi's veto if we come to that.
Yeah, but that's the thing, and that's the kind of a map picking strategy that we haven't really talked about, is sometimes you want to pick the map that you think your opponent might really not want to play.
Yeah.
Especially if you know you need to win too, which obviously Tay now he does.
Yes. No, I agree. Lagout is has taken Inko to the cleaners, 41-6 on Hater. Skill gap.
Yeah, I saw Darkfire was up on Daisy 26-2, so the
Hater definitely.
the magic has run out.
Yes, Hater definitely one of those maps though where you can really put the beat down. I think Starch put a scoreline like that on me when we were training for that team play tournament way back when. And Hater had just come out, and he really took me to the cleaners as well. But yeah, in a way, this 21-4 is kind of more an even worse beatdown in some ways than the 41-4 or whatever it was. All right, there you go. You called it out. It's going to be Corruption. They're saying, of course, they're more active. They know what the moves are. What else? Metal 4.
Yeah, I think Tenchi may be reacting because he doesn't like it. That's just my opinion. The last time I played him in a tournament, he ended up giving up after we played there. So that's... I don't know if Tazy knows how Tenchi feels about it, but that's just my guess.
Yeah, no, Jamra also knowing. So you guys are all just a little more plugged in than me, and clearly corruption was what everyone knew was gonna happen. Inko Starch knows how to play FFA. He played a few FFA tournaments. I remember this is well, it's not a deep, it's not like a 2010, 2012 kind of deep pull, but it is pretty deep at this point already. That tournament where he like raged that he got like some lag on corruption or something. I don't know, like lost to Lokio or something. Wasn't there one FFA tournament where Starch like thought he should have done better, but had some like connection issues or something? I don't know. Anyway, yeah,
Probably.
yeah, it is probably. We've all been there. He did play some FFA Inko, and we played some FFA just privately to get trained on the team play maps at that team play tournament back in like 2021 or whenever that was. So that's what I'm referring to. But yes, he does know how to play FFA. So early lead here does go to Tenchi, but Tazy, nice movement, nice stack. He just doesn't have the weapons, doesn't hit the rifles. He'll take that, but it would have been much better. He had an opportunity to really do something there if he could have clutched some rifles. So Tay's going to try to do the movement tricks here. No, he's just going to go straight at it, and his rocket goes straight through the grate. Kind of unfortunate. Oh, that's a nice rifle. Obviously, it wasn't a winning situation for him, but to have the rocket go through the grate instead of doing any splash damage, insult to injury. And now Tenchi with something that resembles control. No yellow, so obviously he won't be taking many hits, but he has a huge weapon and position advantage.
Health boost.
And now the health boost double overstack. Just needs to not... Yep, he's going to close the distance. Smart, and gets the kill. And now Tenchi really does have
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
a terrifying position. Tay is trapped down here. Tay's going to try to do the movement tricks. No, he's not even going to... Oh, he's... Yeah, no, yeah. That's... Yep. That's bad. That's really bad.
The grenade.
Oh, that's tough. So, Corruption, though, definitely a map that can see, like... I mean, it's been a number of years, but as I think back to my checkered history on this map, this is a map where you can really run it for a long time. And if Tay can keep the scoreline down, I mean, he's got nothing to lose now in terms of control. Like, there's nothing to lose. He doesn't have to worry about the health boost. Tenchi can't overstack anymore. All he needs to do is keep the scoreline from ballooning. And set up for like an MG trap somewhere, which he does, but that was never going to be good enough because Tenchi would just take the yellow right after. So, yeah, Tay's #1 goal is to be don't let the scoreline balloon. If you can win back this kind of control by like the 5-minute mark, you can get this whole scoreline back. That
Certainly
is
anything within 15.
Yeah, that there though is exactly the kind of thing that he needs to not have happen, and that's just unlucky. That is lucky. But it's still not going to matter because Tenchi, as long as he plays this smartly. Oh, risky, risky, risky! Dead! Poorly played from Tenchi, I would say there. And now Tay's back in it.
Tazy had to go for that.
Tazy had to go for that, and he did. And Tenchi just biffed it.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
It was a dangerous situation for sure because you're scared of those quad rifles. So I'm not saying it was like free for Tenchi, but he did not have to have that play out the way it did. So Tenchi does get an uncontested health boost here, which is going to lead to a pretty even fight on this next yellow. And Tay wants to fight here. He needs to do some damage before this yellow comes up. Yeah, he doesn't really manage to do that.
Tazy is opting to get to the yellow early and just kind of take the strong position.
And that's not how you make back a 11 frag deficit. You need to catch out Tenchi in these fights where you can kill him as the yellow's coming up. And if he's not going to just throw himself at the yellow, you're not going to be able to do that. But here, obviously, just play for the quad. Don't take too much damage. Acceptable, not ideal. And now just be smart here. Yellow will be up soon. Alright, yeah, just retreat back to yellow. Tasty's obviously going to do that. 32. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, it was a lot of work to claw back that one frag. Not for a while yet, Tay. This is bad. This is death, yeah. Outclassed. Tay was so early that it, like, broke Tenchi's brain. He's just waiting here. There it is, finally. 2. Oh, a bad drop from Tenchi, but, I mean, at this point, that's tough. Yeah, Master, clearly out of shape, but also, like, that's Tay's aim. That's always been Tay's aim. Alright, wins that situation, but...
10 seconds.
Doesn't get it! Tenchi doesn't get it. So Tay will be able to get control back here. Just wants to get to the health.
Boost.
It'd be great if you could drop on Tenchi and kill him here. He does! Okay! Hey, wait! A sliver of hope has appeared. It would be quite the throw to bleed 10 frags at this point for Tenchi, but Tay has everything he can ask for in terms of a way in. Could use more machine gun and rockets, but he's got the ability to do those things. 37, or 57 rather. He's so scared of Tenchi though. He's got 53-10, dude. Go get him.
Quad damage.
Go
in
get
10
him, dude!
seconds.
You got 3 minutes!
Health boost in 10 seconds.
You could drop, kill him, and go back to quad. No. Just too scared. Does clean it up.
Boost.
Now he's gonna possibly give up yellow here. That's okay. He needs the kill, but he misses that rifle. He took green. That's bad. Misses that rifle too. That rifle would have made a big difference. Yellow's pretty soon, but Tenchi's gonna fight for it. Oh, if he gets this rocket, no. If Tay can somehow win this fight, nope. Man, there were chances here, man. There were chances in this game.
Yeah, I know you gotta be careful not to overextend with the control, but
Health boost in 10 seconds.
you also gotta take chances when you're down by 10.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Health boost.
Yeah, I don't know if Tenchi just has nightmares of Lokio or like just doesn't like the jump pad or what it is, but he played a fine corruption. I mean, I'm not seeing any glaring deficiencies in his game here. Okay, there it is. He doesn't like the jump pad. Yeah, the jump pad completely fucked him up there. It doesn't matter at this point, but maybe that's kind of a window into why this was the play. I just think Metal 4 mitigates some of that aim disadvantage. I don't know. But
Certainly Tenchi's rifles would be less effective there.
yeah. I mean, Tay maybe feels confident in his rifle. Easier to hit one shot than a bunch of shots, but Metal 4, you can kind of do that like strangulation. But I don't know. Maybe if the lead never balloons, Tay has more of a way in. Having to play from behind obviously makes this look worse.
Damage in 10 seconds.
Just not results on these two maps that I think accurately represent the skill gap between these two players. But maybe it does. Maybe it does right now. Tenchi's in great shape. Tay has always struggled with his shape and isn't in great shape. You know, that's what you get. So did Master and Darkfire start?
They're on EU3 playing Turbine.
Well, that's not a thing. So that must mean they're on EU3 about to play something real. Let's go over there, Mead. Oh, well, that was considerate of him.
We'll see if Master's feeling iced.
He's definitely feeling iced. We'll see whether it affects him. He iced himself, honestly. The second he heard that there was going to be as much of a wait as there was, he was panicking in chat. But I have no idea who's going to win this. I think this is a true toss-up. I think Darkfire's... I don't know how much Darkfire's actually playing, but I do know that he's playing great because he just won an Insta Tourney, and he looked good in FFA practice from what I saw. I know he's really comfortable on this map. He's beaten me here. Back when I was washed, but not, like, hopelessly washed. So I think this is a true toss-up, and I can't wait to see what happens. We're off on Master so far, who is just running from Darkfire and does finally go down. He's going to go for some pistols, but kind of nothing doing there. I'm going to go actually over to Darkfire here as he gets this first yellow armor. Takes one of his own nades, no problem. And a big shotgun blast. That's still not going to kill, but it is going to keep him from running away with it. Oh, another shotgun. Wow, just the rushdown shotguns. Kind of careless from Darkfire to let that happen, but good on Master for taking a calculated risk there.
Boost in 10 seconds.
It's an interesting matchup. Both these players are very, very dynamic. But I think that may play into Master's hands because he has more experience.
Well, Darkfire has had the early run of things, even though it's only resulted in one frag to his advantage. He would like some weapons here, and the fact that he doesn't have them is going to cause that fight to go Master's way. Way early for this yellow. Does get the kill. Still way early. Darkfire's going to have a chance to launch a whole other attack. Master actually goes all the way off of the position. 59. I don't know if Master heard that. I was on Darkfire. He can infer it at least. So...
yeah, you kind of conceded that MG too. That's an important MG.
yeah.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Gets to a good position at a good time, but just doesn't have the stack to make that matter.
Health boost.
And now can he get onto the yellow? He can, so he'll at least keep that out of Darkfire's hands, but Darkfire's in a great position here. 150, 100. He just needs to set... neither of them have really set up at that choke point. Or it's not a choke point in the traditional sense, but in the... oh, nice rocket. In the traditional arrow walk camping spot. And I'm waiting to see whether either player will really do that. So, yellow up soon, but a little delayed. Yep, alright, 54. Great rockets from Master, but not great enough. So, Darkfire, alright, Darkfire has a chance to do something here. Yeah, alright, this is interesting. Great rifle. Oh my god, Master just dishing out crazy rifles completely neutralizes the situation. It's costing him frags, but the control that could have built for Darkfire there will not be happening.
Health boost.
Master choosing yellow. Can he secure it? It'll cost him his life, but he does secure it. Oh, poorly played from Master. He does secure the kill right at the end there, but giving Darkfire the range.
Darkfire definitely looks sharper so far.
Master is taking some really good calculated risks, though, to keep this from spiraling and hitting some clutch rifles. And now he's going to get a pretty clean yellow. I'm not really sure where Darkfire thought he was I have no idea why Darkfire didn't turn up for that yellow. Possibly a brain fart, because there was really no reason he couldn't have been there, that I saw anyway. Big shotgun.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Alright, everyone's just dead all the time right now. This is a crazy pace on this arrow. This is kind of a nuts arrow. They're making it look like you can't run this map because they're just killing each other constantly, but you totally can. And they know it. They can, but they're not getting a chance to do it.
Yeah, they're both explosive and dynamic.
Alright, Master. Can he sort of set up shop here? He doesn't really need to move off this position. He needs to just go through, grab these rifles. Yes. Alright. That's an unlucky nade to take, though.
Darkfire's got nothing, though.
He's got rifle. What the fuck's that? Oh my god, Master.
Health boost
Very
in 10
casual.
seconds.
Yeah, too bad, honestly. Doesn't get anything with that shotgun. The nade just pushes him off. Yellow's gonna be up in a second. Master's able to win the fight? Question mark? What are we doing? Alright, Darkfire is gonna get the yellow. Hopefully Master heard the timing on that, because now it's significantly delayed to 18. Yes, Inko, I am. Hopefully. If I'm not, please tell me. It looks like everything's been running great on stream since the server got changed to New York East. So let me know if it's not, although I pray to God it just is. Anyway, Darkfire able to get a few kills in a row here. Take this yellow at 17. By the way, my prophetic there, I warned about Master not recognizing the delay. He's early on that yellow, costs him big time. And now Darkfire, only 4 frags to lead, but it could balloon here. He doesn't want to give up. Oh, he takes an interesting... What the fuck was that? Okay, just sure, dude. That was all nonsense. I was about to say he doesn't want to give up the control he has a chance to execute, but that was all stupid. Alright, so Matt decides to just jump out there and take a zillion damage, not even try to bum rush onto health boost. And now Master doesn't really have anything, yeah. Man, what a weird arrow walk.
These guys just don't really seem to have any discipline.
They're making it hard to have discipline, I will say that, because whenever someone tries to slow it down, some crazy shit happens and they can't. But still, alright, Master, full stack, no weapons. Can he stay away from Darkfire long enough to get some? No, absolutely he cannot. And that's the story of his arrow walk.
Health boost.
So 5 frag, I mean, it has been 5 frags-ish to Darkfire this whole way through. Darkfire's early for yellow, but Master's so crippled that that's fine for Darkfire. Optimistic Rockets doesn't get him. Alright. No weapons for Darkfire, though. Does Master know that? 2 rockets and a tickle of machine gun for Darkfire. There goes the tickle of machine gun. Nah, Master giving him too much respect. Still giving him too much respect. He can go in here. Oh my god,
Shit,
but Dark...
fighting.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Tough. That's tough. Surprising rifle miss there, I mean... Surprising shotgun miss there. Darkfire's a little early. That'll do it. Yeah, 9 health. Can he kill him off the take? Oh my god! Doesn't even get a bullet off. It would have taken like 1. That probably wins the game for Darkfire.
Darkfire just looks like the way better fighter this time. But
Yeah.
Arrowwalk is, I think, by far his most comfortable map, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, definitely not a situation that makes me think Master's out of it. Darkfire was favored probably to win this insofar as I was favoring anyone. Like I said, big toss-up energy, but Master had his chances. Darkfire just a little more competent, a little more comfortable.
Health boost.
And that'll do it. 10 frags, 49 seconds, not gonna happen, even at the pace these guys are playing at. You see Master getting some frags basically as fast as you could possibly hope for. It's still not gonna happen. So what's the pick for Master coming up here? Headroom, maybe?
I'm not as familiar with these guys as
Health boost in 10 seconds.
preferences.
Yeah.
I might just, if I was Master, I might just look at what Darkfire's been playing and what he hasn't been playing and just kind of lean on that.
Yeah, I
Because
think
experience is what will be Master's advantage. Because clearly Darkfire seems to be in a bit better shape at the moment.
he goes for Corruption, definitely a map where if you feel you have an experience advantage, you can take it to the bank. So we'll see whether it may become obvious fairly early on what Darkfire's comfort level is here. He certainly has all of the skills necessary to be great at this map. Does he have the game plan?
Yeah, it's a map you need to play a few hundred times to know how things play out.
They mutual on yellow, but Master gets the better spawn. Wonder if Darkfire will rush him here. Yeah, I had a feeling he would. Doesn't play out for him well. Even if Master hadn't had the shotgun. Oh, big rifle miss, but just rushes him down. So Darkfire, again, willing to bleed some frags to stop Master from getting solid control, but it's a lot of frags to bleed. I don't think it was worth it. Master will take the yellow over health. No, he coast for health. I guess he figures he can kill Darkfire here and have his cake and eat it too, and he can, but now quad is too soon, so everything on the map is up. But Darkfire's in no position at all, and Master can just strangle him here. He just wants to choose when he kills him very carefully. Great movement by Master. Darkfire falls down, kind of weird, but I think Master's just going to take everything now. And Darkfire's lack of discipline means that he's only been out of control for like a minute of this minute and a half, and he's managed to give up 7 frags. That's just silly, and it's gonna work. Okay, Sour Broughton for the win, I guess.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Is Master just gonna give it all back to Darkfire now, though? I mean, I can't believe that worked. That's such fucking sour bullshit, honestly, but it did work. Now he falls off here.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
Decent shotgun. Can't take a rifle. Silliness. Only needs 1 pistol. He knows it, I guess. He gets it. All right. Well, it's all a wash in the end there. Darkfire takes the green. Immediately takes a lot of MG. And now they're just gonna... It's basically a reset here. That rifle's really helpful. That rifle's also really helpful in the reverse.
Yeah, I don't know if there's been a rifle that's never helpful. Unless it misses.
Yeah. Health boost is gonna go over to Darkfire, but Master will take that trade any day of the week. Should be able to set up nicely for quad. this is a nice... Darkfire's lack of discipline is really just not working in his favor.
Quad damage in 10
Yeah,
seconds.
he's just kind of pushing a bit too much when he doesn't have anything. That's not really how you win on this map.
Well played from Master here. He's delaying the quad as long as he can. He doesn't need it to get these kills, so why start the timer? Now he wants to sync it up with yellow armor so he can take the quad and then get to yellow after getting a kill. He's going to end up directly syncing them up. Yeah, now he's weakened, so he can go over to yellow, but first he has to make sure that Darkfire can't snipe him on it, and it doesn't work well. Well, okay. He tried to get everything, and instead he'll just have to settle for yellow and health boost and basically get everything. Yeah, okay. Funny how that played out, but ultimately really not that differently from what Master was hoping to have happen. Darkfire's just up there for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, poor fight, though, from Master here. Sure, just lose the fight for no reason. Darkfire is still early. Finally gets it. 58, next one.
Yeah, Darkfire's aim looks really good. It's probably keeping him just barely in it.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
So yellow's going to be
Health boost
after
in 10
quad.
seconds.
Bad movement from Master gives Darkfire more of an opportunity here, but this will be a tough timing mix-up. Yeah, can't get it. But yellow, he doesn't know yellow's up. Poor awareness there from Darkfire. He's still going to get it somehow, but he could have had it clean. We're sort of settling into the normal pace for this map, but that no longer benefits Darkfire. Nice from Master there. That was so nice.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
He'll probably concede
Damage
this
in
health
10
boost.
seconds.
Oh, that's an unfortunate fall. I mean, he can just get back up here, I guess. Smart. Doesn't quite fully work, but I think it was still the right move. Great movement. Just steals it. I'll take that when I'm up 21-9. And then Darkfire slow on yellow. That was beautiful. That was about as beautiful as something can be when it sort of results in you dying twice. Like, just great sacrifices and great execution on the movement.
Yeah, the amount of skill required to know how fast you can get to a certain item on this map is just crucial.
And that nade jump, pistol jump up to quad, that's actually quite skillful. Both these players have great movement.
10 seconds.
Darkfire probably also able to execute that pretty consistently. A lot of players have better movement than me and can execute that pretty consistently, but that does not mean that it was not a skilled jump. It was a skilled jump. Tenchi would not have attempted that jump. Missed shotgun, but that's okay. Gets back behind cover, kills him jumping over. It's all pretty much wrapped up at this point. And in many ways, it was wrapped up after the first minute. Darkfire just threw away way too many frags early and let Master be in the driver's seat for the remainder of the game. And at this point, you maybe want a forfeit button if you're Darkfire. There's nothing left you can do here.
I think he's kind of running into the same thing that Tay ran into with Tenchi, where he's just kind of... Master's kind of expecting him where he is, but he doesn't really
Health boost in 10 seconds.
quite yet know where Master will come from, and he's just not ready.
I would say the difference is that Tay had real opportunities in his game versus Tenchi and didn't execute on them. I don't think Darkfire ever had a good opportunity. Yes, he did technically get control a few times, but he never looked like he knew what to do with it. And Master had already built a big lead, and just even when Master was out of control, he was doing things that Darkfire wasn't prepared to counter. So I think this was a Master start to finish sort of walkover. In a way that the Tenchi game looked like it could have a different result if Tay just hit more in a few situations for oversimplifying purposes.
We'll see what happens in this third game, what kind of map we'll get, because that could very well be the most important part of what happens in the result side.
Yes, absolutely.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
So everything is chalk. Lagout's gonna get the loser of this, which should be manageable. I could see Lagout upsetting either player in a best of one. They have to be smart about their vetoes. Tazy is gonna get who is Tazy gonna get? Oh, he's gonna get Manu or Wolark, so that'll be fine as long as he doesn't pick a poor map choice.
Damage in 10 seconds.
Yeah, no, as you said, the outcome of this next match is going to go a long way towards deciding the tournament. Every bit as compelling of a series as we predicted so far. And a real styles makes fights outcome on both of these maps. Darkfire able to keep the pace of the arrow walk up to where it benefited how he wanted to play it. Master able to, with the smart decision making, the timing of his movement, knowing how to get where you need to be at the exact right time, able to use Darkfire's aggression against him and get a really commanding victory here.
Yeah, Darkfire really shined with his aggression and agility and aim on arrow walk, so I think he's going to need a similar map where he can kind of keep Master overwhelmed. Otherwise, Master's just going to have too much room to be able to out-strategize and just kind of slowly pick Darkfire apart like he just did.
Yeah, agreed. I think Darkfire probably wants to keep things... Yeah, interesting. I mean, I guess I can theorize, obviously, but I don't know what maps Darkfire has the most experience on. It kind of comes down to that more than anything. If he has a lot of experience on a map that I think, well, oh, he could do better on this other map, like, the experience matters first. So it's kind of hard, without me looking at Darkfire's Sour Tracker history, to make much of an educated guess about where he should be trying to get this to go. But interesting that Master vetoes Metal 4. I think that's more of a comfort veto for himself than it is something where he would have actually been disadvantaged against Darkfire.
Master may not have that many reps on Metal 4. I think a lot of us kind of stopped playing it kind of around the time he started learning. I could be wrong, but
I mean, he has been playing in some form or another since like 2019, 18. But yeah.
The years go by. It's been a long time since we. I don't know.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, veto Hater. I'm not surprised by. Yeah, and so they're gonna play Hades. I think that benefits Darkfire. I think if I were Master, I would have wanted to leave Metal 4 on the board and force Darkfire to veto something, to veto Metal 4 himself.
They're undecided still. It's either Hades or Headroom.
Yeah, I don't know why they're undecided. I think this is a clear veto Headroom for Darkfire. I mean, obviously Darkfire is totally great at movement, but I think Master will be able to bait him on Headroom into doing some stupid things. And Hades, I think, benefits Darkfire great. Darkfire's played Hades in team play. It's a map where he can really use his aim a lot.
Machine gun as
Yeah,
well.
there you go. So I'm at least able to predict that last veto. And I think Master lost the vetoes there. I think Master really should have left Metal 4 on the board.
Yeah, Hades is not. I've never really thought that's Master's strongest map.
No,
Certainly when I played him, I used that map to take wins off him.
for sure. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. I think he you knew Darkfire was probably going to veto ZTN. I mean, obviously he's trained Arrow. It's not like he can't play the Quake maps by some rule, but I don't know that he's played a lot of ZTN. It's like not a lot of people have played a lot of ZTN in this community. It only got added in the last release, and yeah, so you could sort of count on that one. And then I didn't think he was serious. I mean, Headroom would have been a good result for Master, so yeah, just his unwillingness to end up on Metal 4 ends up bringing us to Hades. And as soon as Master gets an alcohol-free beer for some reason, why ever that would be, we will see.
Why anyone would drink that,
Yeah.
I have no idea. That's not why you drink beer.
That's typically not why you drink beer.
Maybe it's different in Germany. I don't know. I'd figure there's good beer everywhere.
I also figure that, yeah. All right, here we go. I'm off on Master because he gets that crazy rifle. They spawn right next to each other somehow, and Master gets the better of the situation. Pretty fun little early just 2-kill advantage for Master here without taking like basically any damage. Kind of insane, actually. If this ends up being a close game, that's going to loom large. Big for Darkfire to hit that rifle. That's going to make this yellow armor achievable for him. And yeah, he is able to kill Master on it. So Master can rotate right back to this next screen. It did get delayed. Darkfire's there waiting. The delay... There it is. And Master doesn't contest it.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
So he's just going to get some MG. Overconfident. Yeah, now he hears Darkfire. Yep, waits to see what Darkfire is going to do. Wins the fight. And he's going to just race for it. Oh! Okay, it works out the way you would think it would. Darkfire, too slow. Nice. Yeah, this is a great start for Master. And honestly, I mean, just kind of sloppy from Darkfire, I think, to bleed as many frags. Unlucky at the beginning, and then a little sloppy on his first yellow armor attempt.
Certainly his initial aggression in the first game is not working out the same.
Exactly, yeah. And Master, but look how cautiously Master... I love this. I love this. Let Darkfire blunder out into the open, get a bunch of good initial MG. You've already got a 5 frag lead. It doesn't really hit the shots, but the play literally worked. It just, the shots didn't come through. And it's still going to be fine in the end. And now you want to be able to take this next yellow, which is... Okay, sure, dude. Alright, fine.
Door open.
10 seconds.
Oh, man. Was that all 200? Must have been all 200. Point fucking blank. So if Master can just get through the rocket spam, he does. He has machine gun. I don't know why he doesn't use it. Don't go around that corner. Oh, nice. Darkfire sticks back out. All right, he hears him take green. It's kind of okay. Master has been able to get back to most of what he had, but that shotgun really was a fly in the ointment. Tough situation here. Darkfire. Oh man, that was a little nuts. Yeah, and now Master, I think, can contest the health boost at least. He does, yep. And he should be able to get green as well. Oh, he stays and fights and dies. Interesting.
If Darkfire can get this upcoming quad, that could even it out.
Yes.
I don't know if he's
Quad
prepared for that
damage
yet,
in
but
10
yeah, he
seconds.
jumped down when he maybe shouldn't have.
Yeah. I think he's got enough time, though.
Yeah, but he let Master pick up the green.
Yeah. He'll get it, and yellow's gonna be up, but now Master's gonna take it. Yeah, he turned a sure thing into a tough thing, and he's still gonna get something out of it, but... Yeah, interesting. So back to only 3 frags. That shotgun looms so large, dude. So no one's going to be able to stabilize anything here. Interestingly, Master rushes... What do they do? Alright, Darkfire... Darkfire should be down by more. I'm sorry. I mean, it's always a trap, right? You say, like, elitist shit like that. Oh, he should be... No, he's down by the game is the game. And shotgun is a great weapon. And if you can hit the 200 shotgun, you hit the 200 shotgun. But there have been some plays that are being band-aid covered by that fact that he was able to get Master out of a dominating situation. And they're just trading right now. There's nothing to say about this. Sometimes you just trade a few frags. And now Master is going to have 20 MG and the stack advantage. Big rocket, huge rockets, Darkfire, great fighting there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Darkfire has kind of earned where he is. He's just a very explosive player, and that's just kind of what he does.
No, and I agree for the reasons I said. I think he's earned it with his explosiveness rather than with his brain. And that's a skill. And as a result, he's going to win this next yellow armor unless Master just is insane for some reason there. And I don't know why he did that. That was completely hopeless. Maybe Master even a little frustrated. Okay, Master getting his own pretty big shotgun there. Darkfire just running away. What are they doing? Oh my god, Master. Master, what the fuck, dude?
Master's fighting is sloppy, but they're both kind of falling into the trap of fighting for yellow too early.
Yeah. Well, Master, he delayed his fight to win right before yellow and then just lost. Nice timing on that quad jump. That was beautiful. No whiff. Man. No whiff! And then he just drops. I think Master's on tilt a little bit.
Yeah, he needs to settle down and kind of back off here and be a bit more under control.
Okay, the shotgun comes back to bite him. Why switch to rifle there?
Yeah, 40 MG, I don't know what he's doing. Now he's shooting at nothing.
Oh man, I don't like watching people. Fuck ups are entertaining, but I think Master is just making it way too easy for Darkfire. Darkfire is better than this. You don't need to make it this easy for him.
Those non-alcoholic beers were switched out, unbeknownst to him.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Alright, so dominating control here for Darkfire, honestly, right now. He's in a great... Okay, Master steals the quad. He dies, but... And then he steals this... Okay, sure. The dominating control is gone. And now they're back to even. Just from the 2 steals. But 4 frags to Darkfire is a meaningful amount. That's... It may cost Master... He doesn't really have control, but, you know, it often costs you control to win 4 frags on this map. And in fact, he's not even going to get one of them. He's on time for yellow, and he'll take it pretty easily. Green is going to go to Darkfire, though, and weapons to Darkfire. So nothing that Master can push here. He's going to have to dig deep and find some patience right now. What? Sure, dude. That we can all agree that was a nonsense rifle switch, right? Even though he hit it, that was complete nonsense.
Yeah, and Darkfire kind of just... he gave up his position a little too prematurely, I think.
Yeah, so Quad's going to go to Darkfire here, probably. Master should just kill him on it. No, he wants all of it, and that is a... Oh, it works! Okay, sure. I would
Yeah,
100...
just enough time.
He did, but it was risky because he was going to take damage coming through the teleporter. But it's really paying off. He doesn't have a lot, but as long as he doesn't get caught out, it'll be enough. He doesn't hit that rifle. Darkfire just going to camp green. He's only got a minute 14, 2 frags. Darkfire maybe even thinking about turtling, which is not a good idea right now, but it might have entered his mind like a virus. I think it has. I think it has entered his mind like a virus that he can turtle out these 2 frags. That is how you lose. Because he's going to have nothing. He's going to let Master get everything. Great MG, though. And Master's a little scared. Master.
Water.
Oh, shit! No, okay. How did that go that way? Man, that was an insane set of situations there. But now it looks like I was pretty much right. Because 32 to 27, 23 seconds. After much shenanigans, it looks like we're going to get back to a pretty solid margin of victory for Master. Honestly, I lost my mind in that 30-second mark in exchange of frags there. But wow.
Certainly after watching those two, I mean, both very good, but neither one of them just screams that they're going to win this tournament with how that played out.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, my bias is always towards caution. That's my style of play. These guys, they hit insane shots. Gives them a higher ceiling. Awesome. They're the ones playing. But just some questionable decisions, some high-risk plays. And they kind of counterbalanced each other out. I mean, I think Darkfire, you know, I'm not, it's not like, oh, just don't turtle and you automatically win. Then you have to then, you know, go out and win the game. But that temptation that gets into your mind when you see the clock hit a minute and you are above the other player on the scoreboard, it's like, I don't know.
It's tough without the sewers now.
Yes.
As well.
But the sewers were their own trap. I won that game over Lokio because he went sewers. I'll never forget it. The last second sewers kill.
Yeah, I felt the opposite experience with the art.
Oh yeah. Yes. No, sewers are good riddance to sewers.
So I guess we can either watch Master Tenchi or Darkfire leg out.
Not really a choice, my guy. I think that's gonna have to be Master Tenchi. That could be.
Yeah.
I think the winner of that will be in a great position to take the tournament. I mean, obviously, that's how the bracket works. And I think Tenchi has looked better.
He has, but I do think that Darkfire, at least to my eyes, is a slightly tougher opponent to deal with than who Tenchi has faced in terms of Tay and leg out.
Fortunately, he won't have to face Darkfire. He'll have to face Master, and that's why I think he's looking like he's in great shape here. I think Master did him a big favor by getting Darkfire off the board.
For sure.
Do I have chat muted, or is no one talking? What are we doing? Is everyone just in shock? I'm in shock. That's fair.
21 viewers, that's not bad.
Oh, shout outs, guys. I hadn't even checked my viewer count in quite some time. Yeah, Jamra in chat here. Yes, Jamra, there were some major blunders. You're going to enjoy watching that back, I think. Inko, I helped design the new health boost, as did Frosty, as did everyone. That's always a team effort in Sauerbraten. Yeah, I definitely prefer it. That's why I made it this way. It's way better. Oh, by the way, shout out Lick8. You're the Polish guy who played Insta last week, right? Elisa was telling me about you. Good to see people still finding this game somehow all these years later and having a good time. So shout outs to you, buddy. Also, yo, Nico, good to see you still around. Didn't catch you in chat earlier, but oh, Redon was here and I just missed him entirely. That's pretty funny. Hey, Redon. Redon also definitely prefers the new health boost. Yeah,
I think
I
pretty
did.
much everyone preferred it except Swatlama.
Yes, and even Swatlam, I think more or less came around. No, even Hanzik 1 prefers. I mean, Hanzik 1 was actually early to the health boost discussion in some respects. He always wanted the Cube 1 health boost back, and you know what? The Cube 1 health boost was better than the shit we had, so right on, Hanzik.
You know, did he even end up, I guess, enjoying that that change, or was he already gone?
No, he did. He was around for a while after we changed that, because we changed it before the release came out, thanks to me convincing you to run it in your tourneys.
The years go by, man. I just
No, for sure. Well, I just had a refresher because I had to do all this porting of the Twitch VODs to YouTube. So uh I saw, the VOD named Health Boost Change Test Tourney in like spring 2018. I've got a a checkpoint in my memory bank from just the other week to tell me that that's when that change was made.
yeah, I feel like you ultimately did something like threaten a boycott or something, or I don't know. I basically felt like I had to bend to the players' union, but that's fine because it's a players' league, and
Yes.
I would say it worked out great.
And that's why you were a good tourney admin, because and it's funny, you sort of like no one went back the other way after you started running tourneys that way. It's just been a slow, steady arrow in the right direction of understanding that it's a players league and tournament admins not trying to do stupid egotistical shit. And you definitely marked a sort of turning point in that. From now, granted, SSL, like obviously SWAT Llama, I think he sort of disputes this. He tends to always sort of, I don't know. He seems to think he came out of the womb fully formed as who he is today. I think he got a lot smarter and better at understanding the game from 2015. But point is, he ran tournaments that I totally agreed with all his decision making later on, but his 2015 SSL, that was still sort of the era of admins just taking their preferences and saying take it or leave it. I think from 2016 on, all the major tourneys that have been run have really valued player input in a way that's been a huge positive development for the scene.
It's been fun. Got a lot of good hosts out there. So I guess shout out to all those uh, hosts that have come after me.
So, what the actual fuck? All right, we already got lag out. Darkfire is happening here, which, as great of a game as that is, I want to see Master Tenchi. They're both also here. Are we staggering games? What is happening? Someone please tell me. Okay, lag out Tay EU3, Tenchi Genre EU2. All right, EU2. EU2.
Oh, that mouse feels so gross.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Yeah, Genre, how's your mouse working out? You were saying something about like you messed up the glide.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
I guess, genre focused on his game, not hearing my chat. But yeah, he was saying something like that he messed up the glide in his ultralight, but doesn't seem to be causing him any major problems. I'm not seeing aim as a problem that he's having.
Damage in 10 seconds.
So, Tenshi's the high seed, right? Yeah, he, right? Yeah. And he's gonna pick ZTN, so I won't theorize about it. No surprise there. I think this goes 3 maps. I think Master should be able to win Corruption pretty easily. And I think Tenshi's highly favored on ZTN, though I think I think Corruption for Master is more of a sure thing than ZTN for Tenshi.
For sure.
And I say that, like I said, I think Tenshi played a pretty good Corruption against Tay, but Master is top level there, and I think he'll be able to count on taking it. Alright, we'll go off on Tenshi here. And he immediately dies to rifle. Beautiful rendition of ZTN, by the way. This map looks really good. They'll just split green armors. Have chosen different ones. And they'll meet here. Tenshi's got the drop on him. Easy money for Tenshi there. Dahmer's gonna try to bum rush it. That's just gonna be a free kill for Tenshi. Not wise. Here's him down there. Yep. Oh, unlucky! I did not expect Master to be there, and neither did Tenshi. I guess not unlucky necessarily, but yeah, I thought he would still be not there. And as a result, Tenshi takes a ton of damage.
In 10 seconds.
And then walks into nades. He's still got a position advantage here, but it's going to be hard to defend. And yeah, impossible to defend. Interesting the way that played out. Is going to kill Master, and so they'll trade majors. Gives up his position. Master should be able to get yellow. Tenshi's afraid to even go onto it because he knows Master has position. Here's him.
Interesting choice to switch from MG there.
Yeah, I agree. So Master wins control, but not... Oh, big shotgun. That was a nice fight from Master there to minimize the amount of damage he took. Nice fighting from Master. Yeah. Wow. Wow, yeah, exactly. Big shotgun. Bad return shotgun. Master can still save the situation. Yeah, because yellow's coming up. Yep, okay. Sloppy, but okay. He knows Tenshi's down there. Just gotta let that go. He needs to get weapons and health and try to make some use of this overstack. Yeah, it's not going to happen for him. Wise of Tenshi to jump on him there. I think Tenshi can take a rifle. No, he can't. He was just under. Master can take a rifle once he takes this. Nice. Well played. But Tenshi is whittling him down. It's costing him a lot of frags, but he is keeping Master on the back foot. He's gonna choke off these health pickups. Good rocket. He's almost dead. Tenshi surely knows that. Health boost will stack him back up. Tenshi can dive on it. He's going to. Nice. Oh, but he takes it. He dies on it. Not as consequential, obviously, with old health boost on the mine as it would have been back in the day, but quite consequential. Now, Tenshi, is there a nub there? No, he's got rifle. It's all good. And now, yeah, that should be control for Tenshi. He doesn't quite have the MG. And Master does have 100 green already. Great retreating damage from Master there. And the situation has basically flipped.
Tenchi showing a bit of that, maybe a little bit of over-aggression.
Yes, I would agree. But here is good. This is great for him. Misses that rocket somehow. Wow, the fight just does not go his way. Will Master jump for this? Tenchi wants him to. Hits the rifle. Still doesn't really make much of a difference, though.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Interesting decision making from Master there to just take all that damage. Gets a kill for it, of course, which is valuable, but wasn't going to be able to secure that cleanly and went for it anyway. Seems to be working out. Knows Tenchi's down there now. Easy money. That was impatient by Tenchi. Really cost him. No rockets on Master. Great stack in MG, though. If he can get some weapons, which, yep, he wants the rockets up here. This could be tough times for Tenchi. He's already at a 6 frag deficit, and Master has everything.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Tenchi looking a bit directionless at the moment.
Yeah, I'm actually going to watch Tenchi here. I want to see how he tries to win this back. Well, neither of them really expected that. It's going to be better for Master, I think.
Health
Well,
boost.
yeah, it's kind of just a reset, honestly. Because I don't think Tenchi's going to... No, Tenchi is going to come over here. Okay, this could be interesting. Master choosing a smart... This should go Master's way. Tenchi, yeah, I was just like, you heard him jumping up. Yeah, nice by Master. And again with that spawn. Yeah, wow. I do think Master has been playing this a lot better. This is an ethical scoreline to me right now.
He's the one that looks more experienced at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's not an experienced thing in this case. Tenchi certainly has more total blood runs played, but he is just making some impatient decisions. Master is...
Missed the yellow jump.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. I mean, he shouldn't have... Would have been lucky to get it anyway, but when life gives you some luck, you got to take it, which he does not. All right, I'll go back onto Tenchi. I went back onto Master, but let's see if Tenchi can dig deep here at all. It's kind of already very close to over, if not over. Yeah, 200, 200, all the weapons. What an insane... Wow. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine though, honestly, for Master.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
So Master just needs to kill Tenchi going for this. He doesn't want it himself.
Health boost.
Interestingly, he then tries to take it. That could be Tenchi's way back in. Yeah, don't know why he did that. Okay, a mistake from Master. Is it too little too late, though? Probably.
Yeah. When you got that 200, you just want to keep it and not share it.
Somehow gets vacuumed down by the explosives there. Tenchi does. Tenchi would probably love to get this next health boost and then really start trying to make this significant deficit back. It is certainly still possible, but it...
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. It is now going to take something really special, but it's definitely in the realm of possibility, and that's how it starts.
Health boost.
Master does get green for free there, but Tenchi's got position for the next yellow. 11. making a lot of noise, Tenchi is. Yeah, and I Master is doing what I would do here. Just beautiful. That went so well for Master. That set Tenchi back into the having to do something risky that he doesn't want to do here. Master, and that was so smart too. Master just is like, oh, I know you're terrified right now. I'm just gonna run out and take the screen. What do you want me to do? Not take the screen? Yeah, I'm just gonna run out and take it. And it works perfectly, and that probably is the end of that.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Just a couple reckless moves from Tenchi kind of made the difference in this game a couple times.
Health boost.
That moment where he tried to get up to rockets and Master was waiting right there. Sort of impacted some of his early control, but it was more just a few reckless. I remember once he pushed from top trying to get to yellow when Master was waiting at double health nade, and it just wasn't going to work, and it didn't work. And then just some unlucky spawns with twice he got that spawn up top. That one right there. Thank you, game. And Master was able to turn 1 kill into 2 kills. He has somehow almost closed his distance, but as you can see, it's still not going to happen. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you take those 2 spawns away, it still wouldn't have mattered, actually. But a close-ish game, but Master had the run of play the whole way through.
Yeah, Tenchi maybe a bit careless, and Master also just seemed... his anticipation of Tenchi was just elite.
Yeah. Yeah, not many blunders from Master there. He just got greedy on that 1 health boost and kind of didn't matter because he basically already won the game by that point. I don't think really, at least I'm not remembering any like real mistakes before that. He you know, we're calling out what Tenchi did wrong, but Master did everything right, and when one player does everything right, the other player tends to panic and do something wrong. And so I think one of the better games I've seen played so far today was Master's ZTN just there.
Definitely.
Headroom for the meme. Sure, I think he can win that just fine. He's already up 1. Definitely not the drive the stake in pick that Corruption would have been. I don't think he's going to be punished for it. But if he is, we'll look back and say you should have picked Corruption here.
I cannot see Tenchi being adept at this map, though.
No, I would agree. I think it's more that, like, shit could just happen on this map, and that you just don't want to bring the variability in. I suppose Corruption has its own kind of variability, which is, like, you can just get locked so far out of the map that it's like, let me play the game, and you never get a chance to play the game. But, yeah, I don't know. I do think that they're both solid picks for Master. It's funny, it makes it seem like this is such a Master map pool, but it's really not. Tenchi absolutely could have won ZTN. It's really just Headroom and Corruption. All the other maps, I think, are fairly even. But, yeah, let's watch Master. You see he falls out and he gets kicked off right there. Talk about things can happen. And there goes that early control, just like that.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
They meet on health boost. Master somehow wins. Does die, though. And Tenchi doesn't quite get all the way up there and dies to pistol. Oh, man. All right. Headroom. Definitely a vibe shift that my brain is still catching up to.
That's the thing with Sour FFA, you can kind of get 3 different styles to the same mode.
What would you say the 3 different styles are?
I don't know, I didn't really have a refined evidence to back it up.
Yeah, but spitball something.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Well, you kind of got those high-paced, fast games, you know, that can often end up in the 20s or 30s, like we saw with Hades.
Health boost.
You got those really slow, kind of, I don't know, I guess you could call it map control.
Quad damage in 10
I don't know. You can
seconds.
kind of almost just go based off the score. You have those games in the 30s, like Hades, or you can have the games in the 10s, like ZTN, or
Yep.
possibly even Corruption in between.
Yep.
This doesn't really fit either of those. It's just a bit chaotic with the movement. I don't know. I mean,
No,
this
I-
map is
you're
something different in itself entirely. So
Yeah.
Headroom gets its own play style.
Yeah, you got, you know, slow and deliberate, fast and chaotic, and headroom. No, I agree, and I think that I thought you were maybe going to try to categorize it more around movements, because that's the other way you could try to break it down.
Exactly. Yeah, that's yeah, you're right about that.
And
10 seconds.
this is a map. It's not that the movement on headroom is difficult, it's just very vertical. And so this is a map that's all about baiting things, taking strong positions. It's less about, like, you can get everywhere on the map very quickly, so Corruption, the decision making of, I know exactly how much time it takes to get here, and I know whether my opponent's going to be able to stop me from getting here or not, is sort of the defining skill. Whereas on this map, no, you can get everywhere fast enough. It's just, is it a good idea to go there or not? That is the decision, more so. It's not as, oh! Were you on Tenchi Pov?
Yeah.
That was sick, dude! Alright. Well, he's still down 4 frags, but I think he wins the tournament right there. That was so fucking sick. Holy shit. Thank you, Redon. Rambo maps, control maps, and chaos maps. Take it from the GOAT. That's gonna be our official categorization.
This map is almost just like a race.
This is a chaos map. This is an air rocket map. Tenchi has redefined it in real time. Go on to Master Pop. I bet I've been watching Tenchi the whole time, thankfully, since it got me that air rocket. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing any of the Rye guys in chat. If any of them were still here, I would point out that you do not see as many air rockets in Sour as you do in Quake. The rockets, the players, everything's moving way faster. They also do so much splash damage that you don't need as much precision on your rockets in the first place, so you're somewhat disincentivized. So seeing an air rocket like that can be a once-in-a-tournament privilege, and that is why I shouted it at the top of my lungs.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Master running away with this, though. 13-6, stack, and quad. Tenchi, okay, why do you do the rifles, dude? It still works out okay, but just the rifle switches are nonsense. Jumps over the rocket.
Dodge.
I think it was going to miss him anyway, but ensures that it will. It's funny, this is the second insane stream highlight for Tenchi on this map. We talk about him not having a lot of this map not suiting him, but the last time it was just a bonkers ass flick rifle while dropping to green. It was memorable enough that I can pull that just exact moment. From I don't even remember what tourney it was. I don't remember who he was playing.
Damage in 10 seconds.
But it is the rifle on its own was so memorable. Kind of like that Lokio rifle. Again, I'm not sure I remember who he was playing, but that NMP8 flick rifle he had while falling after a nade jump. Master really running away with this now.
Kind of looking like we're going to see Master in the final. I was checking down the loser bracket, and it looks like Flagout took out Darkfire quite handily on Ator, so maybe a bit disappointing for Darkfire, but you know, he was able to take a game from Master.
I think that is a failure of vetoes by Darkfire. He should never have let it go to Hater. I mean, he may have had an information deficit. Oh, there we go, finally. That why I punishes him. he may just not have known this. I just got to watch Lagout play Hater earlier, so I have more information than him there. But seeing Lagout play Hater against Tenchi, yeah, he was super comfortable there. Had a game plan, has the aim, it suits his playstyle. Just not the map I would have wanted to end up on versus Lagout if I were Darkfire. And maybe he didn't know that, or maybe he outthought himself on the other maps. Impossible to know since we weren't there, but to me that's indicative of poor vetoing more than it is oh yeah, Lagout owns Darkfire.
Possibly, but you know, Lagout is also a tough player to push around.
Yeah.
You know, probably the best like epic dueler that we have in this tourney. So
yeah, no, totally, I agree.
That kind of goes against Darkfire.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you just go down the pool, I think like Arrow would have gone to Darkfire. Corruption, I think, could go to either player, probably Darkfire to me. I mean, he had a bad game plan versus Master, but I'm not sure Lagout would have punished him the way that... This is funny right now. Master just jumping around that pistol pickup. I'm not sure Lagout would have punished him for it the same way that Master did. Darkfire might have been able to set the pace. ZTN probably... I don't know. I have no fucking clue. Darkfire picked Hador. Hades would have been the other choice. How did he...
You should head over to 3. They have a loser bracket game getting near the end.
Okay, I'm so there.
Health boost.
Hazy
10 seconds.
is down 4 to Lagout with... Okay, yeah, great call on that one. 5 frags, 3 minutes. Lagout with control. Takes a huge rocket there on this quad. 2 huge rockets. Does fall back onto health boost. 3 huge rockets. Does Tay have enough rockets? No, and that is ultimately the deciding factor. All the rockets were huge, but there just weren't enough of them. Not enough MG there either. And that may have been... We may have arrived just in time to see the deciding fights of the game. As now Lagout is running away the score line on this quad run. And he comes out of that with full control. Wow.
Winner plays Tenchi, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah. So a Lagout Tenchi rematch is what it looks like. Tay may be able to get back control within this 2 minutes that we have left, but I doubt he'll be able to
Health boost in 10
take that
seconds.
control and make up 8 frags.
Oh,
It's
this is his
certainly,
chance.
yeah, it's certainly doable in the hypothetical. I just don't think with the aim that Tay is bringing to the table today, it's going to be doable for him.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
And his chance did not even last as long as it took for me to expound upon my chances of his chance. He has got 100 in quad, but 10 frags in a minute and 30 is simply not going to happen without Lagout helping a lot. He helps a little, but he's going to have to keep helping at that pace for the next minute and a half. He's behind him, yep. Lagout looks like he's... Nope, he's going to stop helping here, actually. But good. Tay actually clutches up. Okay. This has been more than I expected.
Health boost
Now,
in 10 seconds.
I think, unlike as I was saying with Darkfire, I think in this case, 6 frags, 1 minute, Lagout should just run away. He is going to die there. This is crazy right now. Picks up health boost off spawn. He's chasing directly. The shotgun, danger. Now he should stand and fight. Yep. Tay gets away. That's fine. Although that... Okay, Lagout. Yep, there it is. There it is.
Quad damage
A
in
valiant
10
effort from
seconds.
Tay there, but Lagout gets to a weapon, stands and fights, and that is the end of that comeback.
Yeah,
Pretty-
ultimately Tay showed us kind of what he kind of showed up and played to par of what he is.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say, is that this is a pretty respectable Hades result for him in the end. Getting to meet Lagout down near the end of the bracket and putting up a completely fair scoreline. had a
Health
chance
boost in 10
to
seconds.
get all the way to Tenchi. Couldn't quite do it.
I think predicting this next game would be kind of fascinating. Obviously, Tenchi won the last one and maybe the favorite, but you know, he kind of got beat down by Master, and that may have broken his confidence. While Lagout has rolled through multiple easy opponents, and then Darkfire and Tay, he may be feeling pretty good, and there's only one game.
I couldn't agree more. That is a great summary of the dynamics, and vetoing out the pool. I don't have it in front of me. I'm trying to from memory. So you got Corruption, Arrowwalk, ZTN, Hater, Hades, Headroom. Was that all of them? Or was that 6? I don't know. But
Where's the pool command?
it's probably somewhere. I just don't think I have it. Yeah, hashtag pool does nothing.
Manu do better. Okay, Tenchi's got it.
So Hades, I think, is Lagout favored. Metal 4, slightly Tenchi favored, but not by that much. Arrow, I think, is Tenchi favored. ZTN's Tenchi favored. A Hater, Tenchi won, but I don't really think he's that favored on it necessarily. Like, I feel fine taking that again if I'm Lagout, but maybe they have more experience with it and more of a dynamic established. And then Headroom, I guess, is Lagout favored after that beatdown. So yeah, I think the vetoes are going to be interesting, and I don't think this pool is like super tilted towards either player. So I think it's just to stick to my prior and who won the last match. It's slight favorite Tenchi, but super doable for Lagout.
Wonder what the combined age of this matchup is.
That took a second to hit because I was still processing the weird result that hashtag pool spit out of my screen. But yes, one of the higher combined age esports matches you'll see outside of like Melee, or I don't know, do people still play StarCraft? No idea. Yeah, 2 absolute veterans.
Still doing it at a high level.
Yeah, absolutely. No, these guys don't look too bad at all. I'm not seeing anything that's some indictment of slowed reflexes or weakened eyes or any crap like that. These guys look just fine, and they seem to already be spamming HFs. So while I was expounding upon that, a map got chosen, and what happened here? We did Lago got rid of Sour Rock, that tracked. Hades got tried to get rid of Corruption, that tracked. I can't see the rest of it because we're gonna play Metal 4, which seems about right to me. And I'm off on Lagout here, who is going to lose the first fight, but gets out some decent damage. And is able to finish Tenchi off. They're going to have an even go at it for the green armor. Great shotgun from Tenchi. Eats his own nade. And now Lagout's got the rockets here. They mutual. And Lagout ultimately wins the first yellow. Can he survive with just shotgun? Yes, he gets away. Picks up some MG. And after a very even start, Lagout will be the first player with a chance to exercise real control.
Boost in 10 seconds.
Very competent start from both these players, seeing neither player like have a clear... Like, they both had the same game plan and they both executed, and Lagout just comes out slightly ahead. Interesting that Lagout was so slow there. That's just an unforced error.
He hesitated.
Yeah, he thought
I
he...
don't know if he got disoriented or
Exactly. It sounded like he thought Tenchi was somewhere that he wasn't, and I just don't know why he thought that. So, kind of insane. Just a total blunder there. And now Tenchi is a little slow for this yellow, but I'm sure Lagout is too scared to go near it. Yeah, and he chooses to go get the kill and delay yellow a bit, and it looks like that'll work for him. Or did he not delay yellow? Is yellow? No, yeah, yellow's right there. What is happening right now? Weird result. I guess he just eats a little more shotgun than he hoped to eat, and as a result, his gamble doesn't pay off. He is still slightly in a better position, but he's got no weapons. Now rockets, but eats too much machine gun going for them. I think he'll just try to die on this health boost, basically, and lag out's gonna be... Huh. Lag out's in a better position for quad, surely. Unless he eats a lot of damage here, he does not. So free quad for... He's going to abandon yellow. He's got time to get both. Yeah, he's got time to get both. He recognizes that. But he takes the long way. I would rocket jump up. Yeah, he's going to get it, but you got to just rocket jump up there. Don't go through the choke point. Yeah, that costs him. So two big errors from lag out, I would say, so far. The first one more of a complete brain fart. That one just not the move, in my opinion.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Great rocket.
Tenchi so far seeming a bit better timed.
But a little slow reacting on that fight. And now he's not... I don't think Tenchi's quite sure when the yellow is, which makes sense because Lagout's been getting it. But he does... How does he win that fight?
Just amazing reaction.
And Lagout missing that rifle. Good rocket fight there for Lagout, but Tenchi holds firm. He's managed to soften up Tenchi a bit, but Tenchi could run up the score as a result. No lucky nade. I mean, skilled nade, but if he doesn't get that nade kill there, it's a very different game right now. And somehow he also gets... Okay, no, he's still alive. I don't think yellow is for a bit yet. I didn't time it. Oh, there it is. And Tenchi gets it, but it's a huge nade. What a game so far. Now he's just running. Quad's almost out. He can make a stand with shotgun. If Lagout could have done the spam rocket there, but Lagout's on a different part of the map entirely. Just getting health boost. Interesting splits this game has generated so far. So they both should know.
Much control so far.
So they both should know when yellow's up here. They're negotiating for it. No one's got any stack. Tenchi just barely lives. Can he get onto health? He's putting himself in a dangerous position there. Okay, one pickup. Rockets. Don't even fight here, Tenchi. I don't know why he's fighting there. It's gonna work out, I think, but... Yeah, now he's giving up the 2 health pickups to lag out.
Damage in 10 seconds.
Yeah, poor fight. I don't think he should have taken that fight. That was just a bad fight to take. He'll get quad probably with no health. But yellow's gonna be up for him. Lagout misses the rifle. It's gonna work out. So not punished. He can take this health boost for free. Lagout will want nothing to do with this. Lagout wants something to do with it. That was dumb. Just a free kill for Tenchi there. Yeah. Lagout making those early errors and sort of continuing to just make slightly more errors. Tenchi a little early here. It's going to cost him some health, but nothing major. Oh, shit. It takes a lot there. But he's running up the score a lot as Lagout is winning back this control. I mean, and Lagout's not going to win back control. He's going to win back not Tenchi having control. Potentially. And he's going to give up his position. Lagout gets the drop on him.
Quad damage in 10
Yellow's up.
seconds.
Tenchi knows better than Lagout.
Health boost in 10
Okay, he
seconds.
does die, but he got a lot of kills on the board there. And he's going to get this quad with nothing. Yeah, so back to no one having anything, but Tenchi got a big lead there.
Yeah, Lego just seemed like he wanted a kill or to bleed Tenchi out a little bit too bad. It cost him.
Alright, Lagout takes the yellow, no weapons. Hits the nade and the shotgun. Kind of a fun little combo there, and a crate, and yeah, okay. That's gonna
You
help.
can set up for the quad. You could turn this whole game around.
Yeah, and another great clean kill. And she taking his time trying to think, how do I not have this keep snowballing? No, not like that, apparently.
Health boost in 10 seconds. Quad damage in 10 seconds.
I'll have to prioritize quad over health boost here.
Lego hasn't really picked either.
That's a bad mistake. Tenshi's gonna get the quad. Terrible. Honestly, really bad from lag out there. I hope he loses. That you can't do that and win. And if you can, I don't know what game we're playing, because that was just a complete unforced error.
Still time though.
Yeah, no, he's not out of it. I am making a judgmental statement about the quality of the error, not a predictive statement about the outcome of the game. Only down 7 frags, no control for Tenchi. Lagout is still right in this, despite that. Jamra pointing out in chat, yeah, this would be quite a loser bracket right now. Obviously, small tournament limits the magnitude of any possible loser bracket run, but it would be pretty nuts. So Tenchi was able to bleed off a lot of time there and get a yellow, and now they'll fight for quad pretty evenly, I believe, yes. But Lagout's just too slow. He's way out of position. Honestly, Lagout has sort of made the same mistake like 3 separate times now. He's just not...
Exactly.
Yeah.
3 hesitations on the quad, and he's just not been ready.
It gets announced. It does 4 times damage, or whatever it actually does. I think either Quake or Sour has a quad damage pickup that does not exactly quad damage. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how you do that. I guess he just doesn't think that Tenchi will be there before. I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe not thinking.
On the third one, on the last one, he kind of was like in between underwear to jump up to quad and the green armor, and he looks one way and looks the other, and then he looks back at the green armor, and it's just I don't know if you caught that, but it was
no, I did.
Pretty funny.
It was, but also not funny because it's why he's gonna lose this game pretty handily when he really would have been right in it if he just made better decisions on these quads. I mean, I guess not that anyone is like, you know, building towards anything at this point in the Sour life cycle, but if they were, at least Lagout would be able to look at this game and say, okay, I know what I did wrong here. I could not make that mistake again. Oops, sorry guys. Don't worry, I don't think you missed anything. So yeah, gonna take something special to not have Master wrap this one up now here. You'll have the 1 game advantage or the bracket advantage, not sure how Mono's doing it. And Tenchi's gonna need to actually win his map pick. I don't know, maybe this will push Tenchi to a different map pick after how ZTN went. Or maybe he thinks he can clean it up. I wouldn't be surprised if it pushes him to a different map pick. He seemed a little squirrely on it to begin with. I remember he said it might backfire. little dead air here. But yes, we'll be getting into Master versus Tenchi momentarily. Everyone taking breaks, including the casters, myself accepted. Who's here? So Sour Community sound off. They do play StarCraft. All right, word. I was never a StarCraft guy, so I don't know anything about that. I just pulled for old esports and came up StarCraft. But yeah, I do think, even though no one other than chat is now listening to me talk, I think that he probably. I would not be surprised to see Tenchi move off of his map pick from before. So I don't know if Manu's running it as okay. Inko's saying things. Okay, I deploy Metal 3. That would be funny, wouldn't it? All right. It looks like they're gonna play Corruption because Master picked first, which I'm not really sure how that was negotiated. Maybe Manu can explain it. Maybe Manu can explain it in person because I'm gonna try to add him to the DM. I'm not sure how to do that actually.
Create a group.
Yeah, can I do that?
I don't know if you can group call from that thing.
I don't want to miss too much of the game here, being bad at Discord. How do you just... Maybe just make a brand new... Oh man. Alright, create DM, that'll do the job. That did the job. Alright, sweet.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
How do I start a voice?
Button that says start voice call.
Sweet. Alright, cool. Awesome. So I missed the first minute of the game here. Manu, I assume, will pick up at some point because he directly asked me to do this a few minutes ago. But early lead for Master, unfortunately, is what we were predicting. But it is Master's map pick. I look for... Oh, Manu, you here? Wait. Oh, I haven't answered the voice call. I'm a moron, guys. Alright. I'm over here waiting for people to answer.
Third one.
Yeah, I'm here. Manu, what is going on? In terms of... Wait, why am I zoomed in? Alright, hold on. One problem at a time, boys. What? I'm literally stuck on Zoom. How does this happen?
Boost in 10
No, that's not
I
Zoom.
don't know.
Is it C? More Zoom. Alright, I managed to get back to the normal fob. What's the format, dog?
Best of 3 with reset bracket.
So best of 3 with reset bracket, and it's pick advantage to Master. Why?
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
Winner bracket, I guess. I would have done the same. I don't know exactly how it goes in like grand finals. If winner bracket picks first or higher seed, because technically Tenchi is higher seed.
Yeah. Well, it's your tournament. You can do it however you want. Either way, all count then is that Tenchi will have a map after this that he'll get to pick and he'll have to win. So, unfortunate for him that this Corruption is looking pretty solid for Master, but fortunate for him that it is Master's map pick and he'll have his own to counter. But just terrible movement there, not accomplishing anything. And Master will be able to negotiate his way back over onto this yellow and only can take another tick of machine gun, but Tenchi doesn't have a tick of machine gun. Now he does. Race to health boost. He's gonna lose. He's gonna go through the wrong teleporter. I'm not even sure if that was intentional. But no, Inko. Metal 2 is actually fine. Metal 2 is divisive. Like Frosty, you always hated Metal 2, right?
That's stupid.
Yeah, there you go. But it may be stupid, but it's at least balanced, and it's not like it's not tight in terms of like the players are always on top of each other. It's it just sort of really aggressively bifurcates into two sides of the map, but one of the sides of the map has quad, and that forces you to engage. Anyway, 13-2. Master, I'm gonna need you to play left-handed for a bit or something, cause
Yeah, it's really crazy. He just waits with the quad and now he takes it. Kenji's somehow trying to get damage on Master. Now he does. Kind of low. Does he kill him? No. No right now.
yep. And now up to the
Just-
200 overstack,
Yeah.
which is just gonna. Oh, that's a sick rifle. It's just
Yeah.
gonna make this even more of a. I mean, at this point, you're just saying like, all right, Master, can you just run it for the next 5 minutes and 38 seconds and just really show us something impressive in that domain? Like, forget about
Yeah,
that.
do some tricks.
Exactly. Do some tricks of control. He's gonna do that little movement, but he's a little slow on it. Shouldn't necessarily lose the fight. He doesn't. Great rifles.
But he
Oh,
hits them rifles.
crazy spawn for Tenchi. Still not enough to even get the kill. Master's on nothing, but he's gonna get green. Tenchi's just rocket jumping around.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
And Tenchi's on 43 health and has
Boost in 10 seconds.
no hope of defending. Well, okay, that'll help.
Master's very low. 40 stack.
Oh, he falls and he's dead. Wow.
Yeah, if I'm Tenchi at this point, I might just be stepping away from the computer for a few minutes and meditating.
I agree with that strategy. This is I said something earlier about Darkfire forfeiting. This is the game the forfeit command was designed for. This is so over in every sense of the word. Metal 2 defenders in chat. Shout outs to Liz.
Yeah, it's just so crazy how, like, you know the level of a player like Tenchi, and then Master just comes around and completely annihilates him on a map like this.
Yeah, well, we were talking about the different types of FFA styles earlier, and I guess this map just fits what masters all of Master's strengths, and it's
10 seconds.
probably just Tenchi's weakness with all of the dynamic
Quad
movement.
damage in 10 seconds.
100%.
Yeah, definitely, and it really shows. I'm very curious for Tenchi's pick.
boost.
What was it in the matchup before? We had many rematchups today.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
ZTN.
Ah, okay. But Master also won it by like 5. Yeah, I saw the score. Oh.
I could
Will he
see
pick
him
it again?
picking. I could see him picking Hator or I don't know if he's any good at arrow walk. That, after seeing Darkfire take him down there, that might.
Ooh, nice move. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Arrowwalk
I don't-
would be a good pick potentially. I don't know how much experience Tenchi has with Arrowwalk and Sour, but I know for a fact that he was good on it in Quake. So that may actually hurt him. I don't know if he's like too used to the way it plays in Quake, and it's just the differences throw him off. I could see that being
Health boost
why
in
he
10
doesn't
seconds.
gravitate towards that map, but it's definitely an option. I think basically everything other than corruption and headroom
Health
are
boost.
options. It's just going to be down to what he picks.
Quad
Headroom
damage in
would be
10
interesting.
seconds.
They played
because
headroom.
Tenchi likes to move on that map as well. But I don't know if he can keep up with Master's level.
He can't. We saw it.
Ah, okay. Ah, they played?
Yeah, that was their second map, and Tenchi got rolled.
Ah, okay. Yeah, then never mind, I guess. Just waiting, playing with the again.
This is an insane fucking scoreline right now. This is what happens when you go down on corruption, if instead of trying to turtle and get back into it, you just fucking throw yourself into the void for the remaining 6 minutes or whatever. And yeah, this is wow. special.
Boost in 10
Yeah,
seconds.
very great. Gets shut down though. Nice. Now Tenchi has a chance. Now we see if he can get a slight lead, maybe. I really don't believe in it. I mean, mathematically kind of impossible. Yeah. We talked
Yeah,
about it
maybe
last time.
if the game reverts to the old spawn system through some error of code, and then Master gets the next 30 unluckiest spawns of all time, could do it.
Yeah, okay, fair, but I don't think that. Oh, Master does the jump! Okay, shut down by Tenchi. Tenchi with a quad. Very patient. Not being able to finish him off. I think it's just trying to not make the scoreline look too shabby.
I think it's just that there's a culture of not forfeiting in Sauerbraten, and so Tenchi has to do some movement on the map, or else he would be not following the Sauerbraten culture of never forfeiting, and as a result, his character continues to move around the map, and I doubt there is much thought behind it.
Yeah, fair. Fair. Definitely. I like it that we don't forfeit.
I hate it. I think it
I mean-
sucks. I have to fucking watch
Yeah.
this shit. I haven't had anything to talk about for 8 minutes, dude. Bring back
Yeah, you
forfeiting.
can-
Or bring...
You can wait for like cool tricks Master does.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I've seen them all before.
Okay, fair. Never
Quad
underestimate him.
damage in 10 seconds.
Maybe he knows another trick. Yeah, maybe forfeiting is like a thing that one could introduce in the next tournament. We'll see.
Hashtag time 01. Frosty, you're in the middle on this. Wait, what's...
Well, I've kind of come around before. I was on the no forfeit team. One for for tournaments for stats, because I like to collect stats, and the other, you got people bragging about screenshots or, oh, I kicked this guy's ass 50-0, but then I'm gonna quit halfway through every game I play and no one ever bashes me. But I mean, I know that's not how you are, and I'm certainly more on your side of let's not waste time and stick to the quality games.
A win's a win, man. The scoreline rarely
Yeah,
matters.
I know that now. Yeah.
But yeah, we have survived as viewers this absolute demolition, which we predicted. We knew it was going to be bad. Hey, my deep read is coming true. I don't know if Tenchi himself has confidence in this pick, but he's going back to his Quake roots. I have watched him play Arrow in Quake, and he's great at it. So let's see whether Master can sourify the game enough to break through Tenchi's preferred playstyle, or whether Tenchi can mount some kind of resistance. I mean, we're talking like, if I'm sure no one else is here who hasn't watched these players a million times at this point, but Tenchi beat this guy in tournament before. This is not some outmatch. It's just that Master's looking like the better player today by a significant margin, but Tenchi has eliminated him from tournaments, so let's not completely write him off here, and let's see whether he can slow things down a little bit on Arrow. Weird to say that. Obviously, Corruption sort of the bigger, slower-seeming map, but Corruption also a map where he just doesn't know how to deal with Master's ability to get where he wants to be and stop Tenchi from doing anything. So, Tenchi, good position here for this yellow armor. Going to come down to the timing. Good timing. Oh!
The headshot rocket.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I thought Tenchi was going to get out of that situation with the yellow, and he does not do it. So, fine reset, but not the control he was hoping to start with. But obviously, already refreshing to even have any kind of lead after that 10 minutes of suffering. And we're already seeing Tenchi trying to milk the more traditional arrow walk position. Unfortunate, doesn't quite manage to win that fight, and now he's going to get bodied off of this yellow, but at least Master won't be getting any kind of control of his own. But as I was saying, Tenchi trying to work that more traditional arrow walk position of rifle side, or I guess yellow side telly, where you can spam rifles and basically trap your opponent in green. And that's sort of how that map tends to be played in Quake. And in Sour, I've seen SWAT Llama absolutely do that to people. So it'll be interesting whether Tenchi can sort of get that game plan going. He's going to have to get control first, though, because Master has just gotten onto yellow with full health. Weapons, a problem. Now, not so much. Now, maybe Master will work this position. He's looking for the angles. Takes a rifle himself.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Well played. Very well played. Very well played.
Health boost.
Tries to bait Tenchi under the rockets. Tenchi doesn't go for it. Tenchi just running away, honestly. And 48 is the taking time, so 18 for yellow. Tenchi had fallen back a fair bit as Master took that. Hopefully he'll still have a decent time on it. Love how Master's playing this right now. Really strangling Tenchi.
Yeah, it's cool to see. Playing slower than on corruption fully, and like just trying to defend that green from Tenchi.
See, he's taking a lot of damage here, but it's completely fine. He's taking it all. Okay, that rocket is not completely fine. It's okay. I think it's gonna be okay. That rocket was the first things where things got a little hairy, but he knew he had the yellow to fall back on. Now he's going to be able to get to the 200 health boost, which was his plan all along here. Just stall out the game long enough that he can get onto this full overstack, and now he can really hopefully strangle Tenchi. He's the risk of playing this way, you don't run up the score as much as if you take huge risks and go crazy like Darkfire and him were doing, but you can get some really dominating control. He's forced Tenchi. That's a bad. Okay, that was a little careless, but it's gonna be fine. And now he can take yellow here. Take a few tries.
Yeah.
Well, just confuse Tenchi more.
Tenchi is looking flustered. He doesn't look like he has the answer today.
Well, it's only 5 frags, and Master has played it perfectly so far. I take the point, but I wouldn't be completely panicked yet for Tenchi. But he's gonna have to break. Master just does have no reason to go to that side of the map right now. And he does so anyway. And it costs him everything. Potentially. Good rifle. He may get away with it. He does get away with it. 17. Yeah, if the caster says there's no reason for you to go to the side of the map and you immediately do and take like 200 damage, maybe that was a mistake. But it's gonna be a mistake he gets away with. And now he can settle back down and resume strangling Tenchi. Tenchi, aggressive rocket jump actually works super good. This is gonna be interesting here. Oh, just barely gets the kill. I think it's still gonna be his hit one pistol. He does. And so Master will retain control, but Tenchi's gotten him off the overstack. That's the important thing. But now what's going to happen is that Tenchi, having gotten him off the overstack, is going to try to push the issue, and that could end up being dangerous if it actually ends up being here where Master runs up the scoreline. Kind of the sour dynamic of things. You actually sometimes run up the scoreline more when you're out of control, when there's a tenuous situation where neither player is really sure who has the advantage, and that can end up being where the advantage actually shows up on the scoreline. More so than when one player is just happy to keep strangling the other without actually getting kills.
Man, Master lost control there for a second, but right at it again. But still low again. Gets shut down again.
He does die, but he's built a nice little lead here. And Tenchi does not have any real play on this next yellow here other than to die on it. Which I think is what he's going to try to do. And it's not going to work. Okay, okay, Master makes an error there. I don't know why he didn't go back for yellow.
Boost in 10 seconds.
Next one around 35, I think that was.
I think he wanted to steal away green and then take yellow right away.
Well, that would be completely unfeasible, and I don't know why he tried to do it. But Tenchi dies for no reason anyway, so now I'm more seeing Frosty's side of things. Tenchi was just gifted an opportunity there by Master and did absolutely nothing with it. And that makes you worried that this is already over. It is not by any kind of scoreline situation. It is not over at all. But in terms of mental situation, a concerning way that played out for Tenchi.
Yeah, definitely. You can really see that he's just trying to get on some kind of weapon, because you don't have many weapons here. And Master just zooming around the map, dying now, but
Shut down
usually
by the
having every
maze.
weapon.
Tenchi, yeah, you're right. He's absolutely fiending for weapons right now, down to just shotgun. He'll get the kill, and yellow should be... That's fine, I think. Yep, that's fine. Health boost gonna go to Master, but he'll take some damage for it at least. And Tenchi should be able to get a kill here. Needs to hit these shots though, and the shots are a lot more stressful with 2 minutes and 44 seconds in this kind of deficit.
Prep didn't quite work out, man.
That was actually great by Tenchi to not plus forward there. That didn't work though. That's gonna cost him everything. Does get the kill at least, and yellow will be up. 47. Whiffed shotgun. Okay, another opportunity for Tenchi here. He doesn't have amazing control, but he has some. Oh no! Lives, but not what he needed. Okay, that helps. Master's up
Getting
there.
intense again.
Tenchi needs to play this amazingly. I agree with this. Oh, does just die. But he go! Whoa! Alright, Master's gonna get yellow, but not weapons, other than MG. Tenchi trying to keep him at a distance. He's not gonna be able to do so, so Master's gonna rush in. Tenchi staying back. No! Alright, big 120 rocket, though. That's a consolation prize. Yeah, so Master does die. 126, 5 frags. Tenchi with a slight stack advantage, but he doesn't want to rush into Master's position. Takes the long way around. He's bled a lot of the machine gun now. Yes, and he wins the fight, but yellow... No! If he... Oh my god!
That hurts, man. Oh, fuck.
He needed to kill him rather than jumping for it himself. That may be the end of it. If he kills him there, he's right back in it. He takes yellow. He's gotten most of these frags back, but now it's going to be tough. Great rifle. They mutual, but 5 frags, 48 seconds, no advantage. He'll take health boost, slight advantage, but position advantage to Master. 12 seconds will be the armor. Master needs to throw. Kind of throwing on those shotguns, but not enough of a throw for Tenchi to actually get the kill, and that wasted a lot of time. Big rifle. That rifle probably reseals it. Tries to predict him onto the chain gun pickup with shotgun. And there he dies. Valiant effort by Tenchi on this map. Kept composed. Put in a real comeback after we were worrying about his mental. But just not enough.
Damn, man, that's crazy. GG. Nice. Congratulations, Master.
Yeah,
for
man.
winning this tournament.
Let's go spank.
I'm sorry. I always mispress. I have chat on enter, but I also have my chat binds there.
Okay. Whatever that means.
I did not. It didn't mean to. I didn't mean to say. Yeah. Nice.
Well,
congratulations.
That's just how we say congratulations here in Manu land of Sour.
Yeah, exactly. No, that was a misclick as well. Cool. Yeah, nice. Let's ask for interview.
Oh yeah, sure. If he wants to talk, he's usually they're both good interviews.
Yeah, they're very steady at interviews. Oh, that's cool. Nice. You already messaged him?
Oh, I just text add the game. Just asked. He says yes. All right, let's add him to the group chat.
Nice.
Wait, I suck at Discord. I'm now remembering that I suck at Discord. How do I add more people? I did it by
right. You can add a
top right. Okay.
I don't have him.
No, you're right.
But you have to be befriended him.
I have no idea
You
whether
need
I'm
to
friends
be-
with him.
Let's
Maybe
check
not.
John.
Yeah, I'm not. All right, I gotta add him as a friend.
I also gotta add him as a friend. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, some technical difficulties, but nice. Let's update the bracket.
Oh, I'm still laughing
Congratulations,
at the
Master.
new way we say congrats in this scene now.
Oh man, it comes over so wrongly. I hope Tenji knows it's a bind of mine. He knows that I don't mean it like that.
Shades of Rum
Nice.
Dog.
Yeah, let's update the bracket. Cool. Check the stream, check the brackets. Master 2-0 in the winner brackets, winning every match today except versus Darkfire.
Yeah, the
On what map
Darkfire
was it?
Arrow, which was a nail biter, if I recall correctly. Darkfire kind of had the run of play. Tenchi in the loss, gifting subs. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. I had a great time. Today. Thanks to the performance you put on. So, I really appreciate that. But it was a pleasure. Let me tell you. And I think it was a great great map pick. 69 months. Hey, the number jokes. Let's go, Tenchi.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
That's funny. What a perfect little thing to have play out on this sort of surprise return to stream of FFA, officially Tenchi's 69-month streak. Just too perfect.
You gotta know, 69 months is quite a lot. That's 5 years plus, almost 6 years that he subscribed to you now.
That's insane.
That's really insane. Very cool to see. Destiny. Yeah. Good. Did it work? Can we add him now?
I literally forgot about that entire thing. Yeah.
I can add him. I added him.
Sweet. Yes.
You do the interview. I gotta do the brackets.
Cool. Yeah. Well, if you have any questions, by all means, also ask them. Same goes for chat.
Yeah, of course.
Anyone has questions for Master? Who, by the way, hi Master. Okay. It seems like his mic is not actually working, even if he thought it was, because not hearing him. But once he gets that working, anyone has any questions for Master? I don't have any prepared, so by all means, ask him. But yeah, Tenchi, I was wondering what you would pick. I had a feeling you would go off of running back ZTN, and I was curious whether... I don't know how much you've played Arrow and Sour. I have no idea how much Sour you've played. More than me, that's for sure. But I wasn't sure if you'd be like, oh yeah, Arrow, I'm good at that in Quake, let's pick it. Or you'd be like, oh, Arrow, I'm good at that in Quake. It's all weird and Sour. That'll get weird. I'm not going to pick it. So weird. I'm now interviewing Tenchi instead of Master, but that was something I was wondering about. And it seems like you, one way or another, concluded to pick it, obviously. So I was glad you picked it because I wanted to see what would happen with that, and ended up being a really good game.
He's changing to phone. Yeah.
Yeah, I see Master is changing to his phone. That'll work. Do I have to Nope, he's perfect. Right back in. Did that work?
Yeah, I have like 2% charge left, and I can't find my charger.
Okay.
So we're on a bit of in a bit of a rush. But
Excellent.
It's all right.
That's funny.
That's pro move right there.
Yeah. Not gonna get bogged down in a endless prevarication. I don't have any questions prepared though. So what are your thoughts on the tourney? Just tell me what your thoughts are here.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't prepare too much. Yesterday, I played some games against Darkfire. I won one game and lost one on Arrow Walk, like I did today. Yeah, it was pretty nice. I was very nervous at the start. And yeah, I don't know what happened to Darkfire, but yeah, I think it would have been a quite interesting final to play against Darkfire because I think his style. I'm very bad versus his style. I don't know. He's just it's like the aim and just the movement. He's like
Yeah.
sort of a version of myself with like way better aim and
Totally
like
agree.
a little bit less FFA skills.
Yep.
So yeah,
Totally agree with
would
all
have
of
been
that.
funny to see that.
I think yeah, Tenchi will give you a little more respect and let you sort of play your game, whereas Darkfire
Yeah.
just pushes the pace and breaks everything. And he couldn't do that to you on Corruption, but on Arrow, he's able to just sort of break the game in a way that makes him a tougher opponent. But he did lose to lag out on yo, thanks for the follow. He lost to lag out on what was it, Hater, or I think.
Fedor,
Oh, really?
32 to 17,
Yeah.
so he lost by quite a bit.
Oh,
So
wow.
I think you maybe are a little overestimating Darkfire a little bit. There may be
Yeah,
some other
probably.
maps. There may be some other maps where you can get that done. But that does beg a question. You lost to Tenchi the last time you guys played ? In tournament?
I think so.
Yeah. So what do you think was different this time? Just shape? Just map picks?
I think it's the map pool. I think last time we had Lost World, and I think I wasn't as good on the Quake maps yet. But I'm not really sure how exactly the tournament went down. I think the map pool was a little bit weird. Yeah, but this map pool really suited me. Like I felt very comfortable on most of the maps, like especially Corruption. Like that's
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think anybody can beat me there.
I agree.
So yeah, it's always fun to play that.
We have to like bring Loki out of retire. Loki, I like gave his name an extra syllable, but we have to bring Lokio out of retirement and train him up a bit, and then maybe he could
Oh yeah,
compete.
I would love that. Also, Redon, I saw him in the chat. Would be
Yeah.
nice to see a comeback of Redon.
Redon has absolutely squashed me like a bug on Corruption before. I don't know how, but Corruption's a shit map for me. I'm not sure how he would fare versus you. I'm sure well because he's fucking Redon, but Lokio always the Corruption specialist. That would be an interesting one to see. But your movement there.
Redon.
No, go on.
Yeah, Redon, you need to make a comeback. And actually, to Lokio, I messaged him about the tournament as well. He said he was not ready for this one, but he's interested in playing in the future because he got that fire in him again, getting YouTube recommendations about Sauer.
That's possible, huh?
In-game siding.
That's crazy.
I got to message him. Yeah, we'll see in the future, definitely.
Yeah, I can say that the Rust definitely shakes off pretty fast. Like against Darkfire, I wasn't really on point with my aim yet, and with my movement and routes throughout the map. But like after that series, I was already like very close to the form I had when I was playing actively, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Lokio and Redon and you Notas as well, and Frosty. I don't care. Anybody can get back into shape pretty quickly.
Yeah. Oh, well, I won't comment on that. Yeah, it seemed like your errors were mostly mental down the end. I didn't see much. I mean, you put a lot of pressure on your aim with some of your rifle switches that I was just like screaming about, like why? But other than that, no, I agree. Like Frosty and I were commenting on Darkfire out aiming you in the early games, but down everything down the end, there was never an issue with your aim that popped up at any point. So it looked like the master I know and love. I was not thinking, oh man, what's this bullshit? Other than some of the brain dead moves, but wasn't too many of those.
Yeah, I really got to see the series against Darkfire and your commentary because like the game was so exciting for me because I was just looking at the score and I was like, shit, I'm behind. I gotta be patient, but I also have to make a move.
I lost my fucking mind down the end of the Hades. I just blacked out. Like I wasn't even seeing what was happening on the screen correctly anymore. I think I'll be interested. I don't even know if I knew who was in the fucking lead at the end there. But in the part where I was still functioning as an analyst, yeah, there were some of the dumb rifle switches. There are a lot of blunders on that Hades, so I think it'll be an interesting
Yeah.
watch back for sure. But yeah, man, that was a great show by you and everyone else today. Thank you, Manu, for putting this on. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, thanks for hosting, Manu.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you also all for showing up. Thank you also to Rai Games and the community for the
Yes.
possibility to share the stream in his Discord, which brought some people, I believe, to your chat as well,
Yes.
but also mine.
Yes.
But mostly yours. Yours was the mainstream.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you for also donating the prize money to us. I'll message the winners and let them know what to do, and they'll get into contact with Ryan, then everything is working. The previous winners from the Insta tournament also get paid out. Yeah.
Awesome.
You know what I'm bummed about? That SWAT Llama didn't have the time to show up. That would have been
Yeah.
interesting as well. Yeah. SWAT Llama versus you. Who has the upper edge? Not sure. I don't remember. When was the last time that he played?
But the last time I actually remember, it was the tournament I lost to Tenchi, I think, because like I played SWAT and I left like everything I had in that series against SWAT, and I think I won against him.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, and then when I get to play Tenchi, I didn't have anything left. So I think last time I won, but if he's like, I think he needs like 1 day of preparation, and it will be very, very close, and he'll probably beat me most of the time.
No, I still
But,
remember that.
I mean,
I remember
he
that
would have
tournament.
to show up to prove that. So right now I'm the champion, so I don't care.
Exactly. Yeah, he really gotta show up. He maybe will have time in the future. We'll see. Yeah. Cool.
All right, man.
Anything more in the chat in terms of questions? I didn't see.
Nah, we just got bioweapon nostalgia and shit going on down there. So I think this stream has run its course. Congratulations, Jamra, on your phone battery lasting through the interview.
Thank you.
Maybe you can buy
Crazy
some.
phone, yeah.
Maybe you can buy some new mouse feet with the prize money or whatever the fuck you were talking about with your glides on
Yeah,
the
it
super
was
light.
the mouse feet. Yeah.
Yeah, and Manu already summed everything up. I got nothing to add. So, thank you everyone who needs thanking, and I will see you all at the next FFA event. Probably. I mean, I had a great time today. If there's more shit like this, I see no reason why I wouldn't show up. So, love you all,
Hell yeah.
and peace out.
Cheers.
And peace out to stream as well.